Pressure create diamonds. Faith create discipline. Smart action traders. SPY strikers. Yeah. Trade safe. Trade smart. And dominate. Yeah. Smart action trading. SPY strikers. We ain't chasing hype. We chasing structure. Look. I came from the bottom where the charts move reckless. Everybody online selling dreams, no direction. I was studying candles while they flexing their possessions. Now the whole team eating off discipline progression. See, the market don't care about emotion or your ego. One bad trade turned a winner to a zero. That's why I move calm, real surgical with the reload. Waiting on the setup, patience sharper than the needle. None of me will hear the pressure start building. Everybody over trading, I'm just watching how they feeling. Shot crave on the chart and the moment start revealing how the levels line up and the confidence appeal. I used to chase every move, now I'm focused on precision. Cut the noise out the room, made destruction my religion. Took losses on the chin, turned pain into tuition. Now the whole playbook different when you trade with a vision. Structure over noise, yeah, we moving with a plan. Real traders build slow, we ain't rushing for the bands. That's my strikers in the building, put the discipline in hand. Smart action trading, yeah, we teach them how to stand. Structure over noise, we don't care but we prepare. Every boss another lesson, every win come from awareness. That's the motto every day. Consistency the mission. We just level up the play. See, I done seen the fake gurus come and go quick. Screenshots look good, but the lifestyle don't fit. We was in the trenches, really building through the losses. Level risk management before I ever taught profits. Now it's live streams, game plans, market breakdowns. Everybody's locked in. Why don't you can't stake now? AI tools, flow data, levels mapped out. Trade assist engine got the whole team spaced out. Ever needed man bows just to prove I got results. I learned to teach a trader how to never self-destruct. Cause one good system with discipline enough can change your whole life when the pressure gets tough. That's why the movement bigger than a Discord or a trade. It's a mindset shift. Watch the confidence get raised from beginner to advanced. Every lesson get engraved. Repeat, refine. That's the way greatness made. Structure over noise. Yeah, we mean from with a plan. Real traders build slow. We ain't rushing for the band. Structure over noise, yeah, we moving with a plan. Real traders build slow, they ain't rushing for the band. SPY strikers in the building, put the discipline in hand. Smart action trading, yeah, we teach them how to stand. Structure over noise, we don't hear we prepare. Every loss another lesson, every leg on from awareness.
Top of the morning, traders, and happy Thursday, July 2nd. Hope everyone had a wonderful day yesterday and is ready to kick off another opportunity-filled day. Today is the last day of the week. We have a long weekend ahead of us. We have the 4th of July coming up. So again, the primary thing we've been discussing with the team is let today be the day you minimize regrets. So don't go overboard. Don't look to do anything wild. Just stick to your risk management protocols, size down. If you're green for the week up until this point, maybe you can be done for the day. Enjoy your long weekend. But again, that's going to be the primary thing that you want to do today. All right, so let the setups come to you. Exercise maximum patience. We're looking to open up within prior day's range across all the indexes, very close to VWAP. SPYs hovering under a rejection zone. VIX is sitting slightly above that 16. A couple of names in pre-market are starting to push. We're seeing Robinhood starting to push the upside here. A lot of those names related to Bitcoin starting to push. Bitcoin cracked that 60K back the upside. It's starting to accelerate towards 62K. So if you're a thematic trader, all right, you're probably in that area. Your scanner is telling you to go in that direction. All right, so whatever you do trade, guys, manage risk, take advantage of the best opportunities, size down, treat today like Ramp Down Friday. Okay, and let's close out the week as strong as possible. On YouTube, folks, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe. Let's get to 100 likes before 10:30. We will do the giveaway, and we do have the flash sale available to you guys. Okay, so 48 hours. I don't do too many sales. 48 hours, 4th of July sale. Okay, take advantage of the yearly plan that's pinned in the chat, right? So far in pre-market, we're seeing Apple push the upside. We're seeing Amazon, Tesla trying to surface. Microsoft starting to push. Take a look at Robinhood. Robinhood is pumping. Robinhood is out of here. All right, so Robinhood is out of here. Robinhood continues to grind to the upside. So look at the IV. Can someone tell me what Robinhood's IV is? Can someone tell me what Robinhood's IV is? I can see it, but I'm asking this so you guys continuously drill these things over and over and over again, and it becomes second nature. Okay? So whenever you see a name break out, whenever you see a name make a massive push, sometimes it might just be better. Put it this way. Instead of trading 150 IV, okay, it's better to get the underlying. Okay, just buy it outright. Okay, you're not going to have as much appreciation. You're not going to be leveraging as much capital, but it's better to buy it outright, in my opinion. At least you're not going to experience any IV crush. You're not going to experience any. Even if you overpay, I mean, you have the position, so you're not fighting against time. Okay, that's always an option. That's always an option. Okay, nice push on spot here. See if there's some legitimacy behind that move. A major key zone for us is between that daily upside breaker PMH and that weekly upside breaker as well. Robinhood is pumping here, guys. Robinhood is pumping. All right, so if you do like to trade those names of momentum, you like that kind of style of trading. Okay, Robinhood, thematic based trade. Based on what? Based on the crypto land. Based on Bitcoin. Okay, Apple looking promising. Apple looking strong here. Meta falling off a cliff. Palantir looking strong here so far. So Apple early candidate. So Apple is on a recovery mission. Okay, Apple 300 look appealing. Those have the most amount of volume. Those contracts. So it looks like the volume is skewed to the call side. So I'll add the Apple 300 calls on my watch. Robinhood is above 115. Good morning, guys on YouTube. Good morning, guys. As you're coming in, guys, smash the like button. Okay, let's get to that habit. Smash the like button as you're coming in. Good morning, Fishman. Good morning, George. God bless you and your family, health, economy, and followers. Joe 4210. Pray for others and be blessed. Everyone, smash the like button. And thanks to Smart Active Trading and George. Thank you, Fishman, as always. Every single day, speaking life into the chat. You can be doing anything else, but you choose to come every single day, speak life to all the people in the chat. So I do appreciate that, and that does go a long way. Good morning, Sid. Good morning, Poman. Good morning, Vanuz. Good morning, with Zed. Good morning, guys. Good morning. What can take the top off everything, guys? The VIX cracking below that 16. VIX cracks below 16, continues to accelerate, pursue 1550. Okay, that can possibly lead SPY to seek that daily upside breaker. Okay, daily upside breaker is coming in hot. Anyone trading Robinhood, or anyone have any pre-existing position on Robinhood? Okay, not long term, just shorter dated contracts or leaps. Nothing like in your long term portfolio. If you did, good. Apple is pushing nicely. Yep, Colin. Apple pushing nicely. Meta's back at 600. Okay, so Meta made a parabolic push. Palantir looks healthy as well. Meta made a parabolic push, and then now, just like that, is back at 600. Below 600 now. So 600 is a major inflection point. Small caps slide to the downside. Small caps slide to the downside. Small caps are the laggard. In this case, small caps in the down are the laggard. Okay. Tesla also starting to push to the downside. Amazon also looks like discretionary is pushing to the downside. Okay, communication discretionary sliding. Industrials starting to push. Nvidia, can Nvidia get itself together? Okay, Nvidia above that 198.70. Nvidia just struggles with follow through and a lot of traps. All right, so if you do trade Nvidia, based on how it's been moving, right, just based on its recent behavior, all right, taking profits swiftly might be the best protocol. Being swift in your profit taking. Good morning, Thomas from Tennessee. Good morning. Good morning, Two Deuce. Good morning, 6:30. Good morning. Here to observe and learn. Good. Who's not trading today? Who's packed it in for the week and is just hanging out today in the chat and is looking forward to the long weekend? Blessings to everyone. Grateful for another day. Absolutely. Every day, every single day is a blessing, guys. All right. Every single day. It's a privilege. All right. Whatever you're going through, wherever you're joining from, whatever circumstance you're in, it's a privilege. Also observing and learning. Good, good, good. So SPY looking good so far. I want to see that slice and dice below at 16. So again, the lower the VIX goes, the less reliable it becomes. All right, so write that down. A lot of people don't know how to use the VIX precisely. They just use it the same way at all times. All right, but that's gonna lead you the wrong way. That's not gonna work in your favor. You have to know when to use what when. If that makes sense. All right, you have to know when to use it, how to use it, where to use it. You can't use something the same way every single time. Although it's the same tool, right? It's almost like you have different. It's a different job. Right, it's a different job. It's doing a different job. I'm not trading. I'm trying to learn. Good, good, good. All right, so let's get the likes up. We have 140 people in the chat. Okay, smash the like button, everyone. We went a little light on the likes. And the way the algorithm works, guys, for those of you joining, all right, it was someone's like who led you here. It was someone's like who led you here, because I don't have any promo or marketing plan or ads, so everything is done, right, just through likes, all right, through the likes. So the likes do mean a lot. Apple and Palantir look promising. I'm gonna add Palantir to the list as well. Palantir, I'm looking at the you can go 135s or the 133s. Okay, I'll take the 135s. I'll add that to the watch list. That's Palantir to the upside. Let's check in on Robinhood. Robinhood wants to crack 120. Robinhood continues to pump, guys. Robinhood continues 165%. Ouch. Yep, Robinhood. That's the IV. Not everything that glitters is gold, guys. Not everything that glitters is gold. So right now, Robinhood is glittering. But if you don't know what you're doing, it's not gold. All right, it looks nice. You have to know how to navigate that. That requires experience. So far what I like is Palantir and Apple, okay, out of the pack. What else we got moving here? We got CRCL pumping as well, guys. CRCL pumping, MSTR pumping, Robinhood pumping, Coinbase pumping. So that thematic trade we just discussed is playing out. Webull pumping. Ticker symbol bull. Believe it or not, Webull is publicly traded. Do you have IV? Do you have a webinar? So in the course, I touch on IV. In the Get Started Day Trading course, I touch on IV, HV, IV, bid-ask spread, in the option section. Amazon looks promising, but needs to get above that PMH. It has a little bit of traffic going into that 244. Let me give that exact level, 244.90, or a little bit of traffic. The reason why I like Apple, not a lot of traffic, guys. It just has room to that 302.42. And Apple cracked that 300 nicely. It's at 300 currently. Tesla and Meta just falling off a cliff. Okay, Tesla and Meta falling off a cliff. All right, so a lot of those Qs sitting right on VWAP. Qs, somewhat of a doji on VWAP. We have about 4 or 5 minutes left before a shockwave. Okay, 4 or 5 minutes left. Tesla, if Tesla continues to fall off a cliff, it has some room to fall. If it gets below that weekly upside breaker, all right, we might get some contention there. We probably need the market to start to slide as well. Tesla to the downside. Tesla. Tesla 405s, 410s. Tesla can go a little further out because the nature of Tesla, when it starts to move, it starts to really move, cover a lot of ground. All right. For the puts, Tesla. Nvidia possibly above PMH if Nvidia wants to get itself together. It does have room from 198.70 to 199.85, potentially 200. So about $1 and some change. Room to the upside. Microsoft coming in as well. Nice bounce on Microsoft off that weekly upside breaker. Where's the bottom for Tesla? Tesla can bottom right here. Okay, for once off that weekly upside breaker, 15 on the hourly. So I'll give you the exact 414.74. Be mindful of that. All right, if it decisively breaks below there, Tesla does have some room to drop here. Into the 410s, 405s, and eventually 400. Okay, SPY's directional. SPY is the leader out the pack. SPY and the Dow are the leader out the pack. Okay, SPY took out that daily upside breaker. I want to see now, this is critical, what kind of relationship do we build with that PMH? The past 2 days, okay, this is why tracking data is so important. If we broke away from PMH, decisive break, the retest has led to a significant bounce. It doesn't mean it has to happen today, but that's what the data suggests. Okay, you can take a look at, if you watch the past few episodes, we saw that take place nicely. So Apple, very appealing. Palantir, very appealing. The fact that the VIX is breaking below 16, nice breakdown to the downside. Anyone in calls? Any strikers in calls already? Apple, push into the upside. Okay, major test here, guys. Major test. We're testing that 750 psychological level, weekly upside breaker. We're officially directional on the week. We're trading above last week's highs. So this will be the shallow retest. Okay, 2 key levels converge, shallow retest right there. Look at all the indexes pushing to the upside. There goes the Dow. There goes IW. There goes Qs. The only one at the highs are SPY and IW. SPY and the Dow. Okay, weekly upside breaker. Let's see if this can hold up now. Of that retest. So essentially, if you're taking shockwave, you're looking to take a break above that weekly upside breaker and continue expansion into that 752, 753 territory, into that neighborhood. Okay, so we do have some room to push if we can get that continue to break. VIX is doing what it needs to do. Apple coming into play, Palantir coming into play as well. Those are 2 favorable names. Tesla falling off a cliff. All right. Small caps, if you trade IWM, keep a close eye. IWM has a little bit of resistance at that PMH. All right, so if you do take shockwave via IWM, be mindful of that PMH. Qs have some overhead resistance at that daily 50% retrace. Okay. Shockwave time is here. So Nvidia also brewing. I know Nvidia has not been doing much past, I would go as far as to say few months. Okay. Nvidia has not been doing much. Apple, but it is possibly setting up. If SPY can break below that PMH, Tesla breakdown, Meta breakdown as well. If SPY can break below, there's no retest bounce here that can send Tesla to the downside. If it starts to bounce out of here and recover, Tesla might start to wick back the upside. Okay, retest right there. See if it has enough fuel to break. Okay, Apple, give me that retest. Apple is out of here. You take Apple, manage accordingly. Has room to 302. 29%. That view up bounce. Beautiful job. Took Apple. Good, good, good. Manager Cord. I'm trying to get into Apple. Apple has room with that weekly upside breaker. What can help Apple if a SPY gets that break as well? A SPY can join the party. We'd be good to go. Apple is headed towards that weekly upside breaker. Use that as a soft target. Okay. Use that as a soft target. See if Apple can give me that opportunity. SPY is trying to compress here. What else is going? Apple, those 300 contracts are in the money now. I'll go with the 302s. Okay, Apple, see if we can come back. So those contracts went all the way in the money. I usually like to at the monies. See how I can come back. SPY also brewing. SPY. 751's on SPY. Synchronized buying across the board. VIX fall below 1588. We should be good to go. If you took Apple, congratulations. SPY, Ripple brewing on SPY. Small caps gone. Dow gone. Okay. Shockwave signal right there. See if we can print. If you took that off that first signal, manage accordingly. I want to see if I can get that nice little wick there. Let's pull back just a little bit in. Congratulations on Apple if you took Apple. Nvidia's brewing. Right, let's see if Nvidia can get it done. Needs to get above PMH. See if the Qs can join the party. Small caps also testing that nice break on small caps. Look for that retest on small caps. Tesla falling off a cliff. Meta falling off a cliff. Nice break on Apple. SPY has some room to go. Just give me an opportunity to get in. Just give me an opportunity. If you took that, you should be up anywhere from 15 to 30%, depending on your entry. Apple is headed towards that soft target weekly upside breaker. Okay, so be mindful of that. And just like that, if you caught into those trades, okay, your day is done. Walmart, yeah, Walmart. Take a look at Walmart. Yeah, with the Dow pumping, Walmart's probably going as well. Walmart, nice push on Walmart. Clean chart on Walmart. Yeah, Walmart out of here as well. See if Walmart can hold above that daily upside breaker prior day's highs. It's wicking back a little bit. If you scalped out of it, good, good, good. If you're holding for a bigger picture move, okay, good, good. Okay, SPY come in. Okay, I'll take SPY right there. Couldn't get filled. Come on, Weeble. That would have been the perfect entry. Okay, I'll cancel the order. Try again. See if we can pull back in one more time. This was the perfect retest entry. All right, couldn't get filled there. Nvidia starting to break as well. See if we can pull back one more time. This perfect entry. I tried to take it there. Couldn't get filled. It's a disappointment. See if we can pull one more time. This is a perfect entry, this one. You take this from where it is to the highs of the day. That would automatically get you that double digit. Even close to will get you double digits. All right, that's a very quick scalp. So I need that kind of entry. Okay, so what can take this over the top? So early this week, we discussed a possible rally into the fourth. Okay. Possible rally into the fourth. Starting to get a little FOMO here. Anyone take SPY right there? If you took SPY right there, make it count. Make it count. Don't let that idea go to waste. SPY, Apple, if you took it into that weekly upside breaker, okay, that's a great TP. 302.42. If you have my key level indicator, right, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That was gorgeous. So if you have shockwave, you take the calls right there. And this thing is gone. Out of here. Okay. I was looking to get those contracts for $1. And they're at $1 and $30, close to $1.38. All right. So you should be up between 25 to 45% depending on your entry. Okay, because entries vary, right? Depends on the exact time you click the button. SPY 28%. Beautiful job, Reyes. Okay, Apple, nice push. Tesla falling off a cliff. If you were looking for something short, Tesla, if you had the appetite to the downside, Tesla got it done. 35%, 5 calls holding. Beautiful job, beautiful job. Back to back. Good, good, good. No scale out yet. Done for the day. 50% on SPY. Done for the day as well. Wiz. Okay, grab 11% on SPY. I'm in SPY. Don't chase SPY. Okay. If you're in SPY, you're in SPY. If you have shockwave, you can scale out. That entry was so gorgeous, guys. Apple also running, guys. Apple also running. Nvidia, guess what Nvidia does? It traps. All right, so Nvidia is not to be trusted. Right? Nvidia is like a friend, okay, who constantly lies. And you try to give the person a chance. All right, the person tells you, hey, you know what? I've changed. You give them a chance, benefit of the doubt, and then they do the same repetitive action. At some point in time, okay, your trust just goes to zero, right? And you look for someone else, all right? You try to look for a relationship where you can have trust. So Nvidia, look at that, guys. So whether you took Apple, whether you took SPY, whether you took Tesla, all right, whether you took Meta the downside, IWM, okay, market gave you an opportunity. Make sure to make those opportunities count. If you don't make them count, we'll take the same opportunity gave you. We'll take it away in an instant. If we can come back one more time, okay, I'm interested. If it's meant to be, it can possibly retest this area as well, that daily upside breaker, if you're waiting for that healthier retest. But I'll trust shockwave in this instance. A weekly upside breaker's right there as well. So if you come back in that area, count me in. Intel, nice push on Intel. How's the IV on Intel? Is the IV on Intel returning back to normal? Okay, come on, SPY. Come right to that level. So if you don't take your profits, you're going to see upwards of 35 to 50% profit. And then just like that, it disappears. Indicator says, scale out. You see? Tells you where to take the calls, tells you where to scale out. So it's no surprise. Come a little lower. VIX looks like it wants to bounce here. Still below 16, that's fine. Dead cat bounce on the VIX, pull back on SPY. Break back down on the VIX, bounce on SPY. Come a little lower. I want to get those contracts at $1. If I can get them at $1, that'd be great. Come a little lower. Get a little lower. Go, go, go. Go a little lower. Looks like it wants to. Come on. Apple also come into play as well. Come a little lower. So I want this exact entry right there. If we can knock out those highs, it possibly can take off. I want it to get a little lower. I'll go 2 down, 2 up. Give me a nice little dip into that territory. Give me a dip, give me a dip, give me a dip. Give me a dip. Okay, I'll take it right there. I'm in the SPY calls. See if we get a nice little bounce. Okay, a little front running. Want to see if I get a nice response off that level. All right, so first execution. Okay, missed here, missed that entry. I couldn't get filled. For some reason, my chart is slow. I think my chart is frozen. Is it? Okay, let me close this out. I think I have too many charts open. All right, so I'm gonna boot that chart off because my system is starting to slow down a little bit. All right, so let's see if we get that break above 750.68. Come on, SPY. What you got for us? All right, so just being patient here. All right. Up 9. Get that break above that level. Let's start rocking and rolling. If you need to TP, TP. Okay, this chart looks like it's frozen. I'll sit through it. Tesla, what a breakdown on Tesla. Okay, what a breakdown on Tesla. See, SPY can hold that level. Risk all the way down here. So risk no close below there. So that also opens up the door for a retest. Okay, so see if SPY can start to go here. I want to break above that 750.61. That should give it that double-digit push. Okay, so if you took profits at 9, quick scalp, you're golden. I'm looking to opt out of the 9 and get that structural break for double digits. Okay, so that's my plan. All right, stick to your plan. Get that nice push above 750.61. Get that nice push. Get some follow through behind it. Okay, I'm going to take a majority off right there at 12. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Down to runners. Okay, now runners, go above and beyond. Go to the highs of the day. All right, so notice I missed this entry. Okay, I put my order in, couldn't get filled. Okay, reassess, recalibrate. Well, am I looking for the same kind of thing here? No, I'm looking for double digits, 12%, and see if the runners can take it to take us home. All right, for the runners, I want no close below here. All right, so if you don't get filled on a setup, continue to wait. If you trust your system, you'll wait. So that's what I was tasked with doing, okay? See if NVIDIA can hold above that PMH. See if SPY can head towards that highs of the day. We do have an inefficiency we have to overcome here. Be mindful of that. Okay, symmetrical inefficiency. If you don't know what that is, make sure to refer to the ebook. All right, so let's see if SPY can continue to push. All right, so majority taken off. No close below here. I want to see a hold above 750.61. New 15-minute candle here. So I do like that TP. I do like that TP. A lot of back and forth. A lot of back and forth. We're in the jaws of this inefficiency. Let's see if we can overcome it. All right, so and with runners, stop me out or take me home. Home being highs of the day. All right, so it's already risk off. So either way, stop me out, knock me out down here. Okay, give me a reason to sell or go all the way to your final destination. All right, that's my thinking here. Apple is gone. NVIDIA's starting to go. See if NVIDIA can finally break, hold above that PMH and go. So stop is very close to break even, possibly a minus 5% buffer. In between, I'll just remain patient. Right, I can't turn down that 12, 13%. Got to take it. What happens sometimes is, all right, you miss a setup. And this setup is a 40% opportunity type of setup. Okay, 40+% opportunity setup. So what happens by default when you miss it or you don't get filled for that setup, okay, when you're here, you try to duplicate the exact same thing, okay? You try to duplicate the exact same thing. My line of thinking is, manage a position, take it for what it gives you, and then you can use the runners to see if it wants to duplicate. All right, that's my line of thinking. All right, anyone caught SPY? 750 is a major area, guys. 750 is a major area. No joke in this area. Major inflection point. Up 11, up 13. All right. NVIDIA finally going. NVIDIA TP1. Okay, above that PMH. Tesla continues to break down. If you took Tesla for that retest. Good. Q's going. Small caps just fell off a cliff. Okay, now Q's are starting to push. Small caps pulling back. The Dow's starting to fade. Rotation from the Dow into mega cap. I can still carry SPY. Up 16 on SPY. Go. Up 20. All right, so this here is a great illustration. In hindsight, I'm actually happy that I didn't get filled here so we can illustrate this point. Okay, I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it was for a reason that we couldn't get filled there so we can illustrate how to manage. Okay, rather than me telling you a hypothetical, okay, I'm tasked with that challenge in real time. Up 22. See if you can stay above this inefficiency. Okay. The Dow's really dragging SPY here. All right. See if you can get a nice little bounce off of that there. Okay, so again, same thing. My rationale is the same. So this time around, I'm going to move it just a little bit up because the break-even point will be different. So no close below 750.30. All right, so if you took it at 22, that's fine. All right, whatever you take it for, everyone has a different plan. I'm going to sit through it with runners to see if I can get a push all the way into the highs of the day. Well, I like how the Qs are starting to push. See if the Dow can reclaim VWAP. That would be great. Okay, so at any point, if you need to TP, get out of there. Do what you need to do, okay? Because if it does get to the highs of the day, contracts have a chance to get to 148, 150-ish. Okay. A lot of back and forth. So there's a lot of buyers who showed up there at 750.43, 750, 750, 750.50. All right, see if they can show up again. Okay, see if the VIX can start to slide one more time. Head towards 1579. Who's done for the day, guys? I want to see done for the days in the chat. All right, so done for the days in the chat. Okay, strong way to close out the week, guys. If you caught Apple, if you trusted NVIDIA, if you took Tesla for the puts, if you took SPY, okay, whatever you took, all right. Less is more in these conditions. First shift, be sharp during first shift. All right, be precise in first shift. And your workload will be lighter for the rest of the day. You don't need to take 10 setups. You don't need to take 10 trades. You can get it done within one to three trades. You can get the job done. Okay, if it's one that gets it done, that's fine. Let that be the one. If it takes two, that's fine. Whatever it takes, guys. Less is more. We're coming into an inflection point here. What pattern is this, guys? What does this suggest? All right, what does this suggest? Okay, we're tightening. We are tightening. Still on runners, 100% on second run on NVIDIA. Beautiful job. Great way to trust the BW63. That's what I call trusting a setup. Okay. I'm pretty sure your stop out the first time was not 100%. So again, small cost. That's a small cost. All right. That's the cost of doing business. So a tremendous job with the conviction. Apple continues to fly. NVIDIA continues to go. Next candidate can possibly be Palantir, but the Dow needs to get back above VWAP. IW testing VWAP. So VWAP traders. IW, keep a close eye on IWM. All right, let's get a break on SPY, guys. 15%, 16%. So you notice how that 12% now, within a few minutes, doesn't seem as bad. Because now it's still up 15, 13%, but sitting through all this. All right, so what's going to determine what I do is this break. So in this case, if this breaks down, all right, runners get stopped out for a little bit of profit. If it breaks out, okay, runners start to fly. Okay, so what are we thinking here? You know what I'm thinking. Or you know what I'm looking for. Critical stage here. Critical stage. If you think it's going to break down, you can walk away with your profits at 12, 13%. First 30 minutes of the day in the books, guys. Make sure to like the video. Take a minute to like the video. If you're a first-time viewer, let us know where you're joining from. Long-time viewers, take the next steps. Join our community. We do have the flash sale. Okay, I don't do a lot of sales. All right, take advantage of it. 12-month access, one-time payment. You have access to my indicator, this indicator for 90 days, Shockwave 1.0. If it closes below 750.43, I'll get out of runners. Okay, sitting right at break even. Okay, I'll close runners right there. All right, so structure we're breaking down. Give it a chance. Give it a chance here. Willing to opt out of some of the profits there. Want to see if there's a break, and then eventually comes into there. Get stopped out on the runners. Okay, so I can deal with that. All right, so overall, like the trade, couldn't get the same kind of appreciation we saw here. So this is a great illustration on when you do miss a setup, and that setup provides you another entry. Okay, don't look to duplicate the exact same thing that took place. All right, take it for what it is. So you see the setup probably generates anywhere between the reason why it's a higher percentage is because how quickly it went, right? So it didn't take a lot of time. So this probably generated anywhere from between a 25 to 40% appreciation, okay? And this one did the same, got all the way to 20 plus, but it took some time. And then I'm not looking to duplicate it, but I'm looking to see if the runners want to get a push into the highs of the day. All right, give them a little room, a little bit of a margin of error. All right, so that's going to be the first trade of the day. Apple, runaway train, guys. Apple, runaway train. If you took Apple, good, good, good. Okay. We do have PMH right here. We do have PMH and that daily upside breaker and that VWAP. So VWAP traders, your attention should be focused here. My folks who like to trade VWAP, you are all eyes here. Okay, you're dead set on that level. All right, so be mindful. VIX is starting to push the upside. Qs are starting to sell off here. Small cap selling off. Dow selling off again, bought off those lows. SPY, a little bit of a sell-off on SPY. Apple couldn't give me that re-entry. NVIDIA giving that retest. What else is moving and grooving? I had to close out of the chart, was slow my system down. I haven't refreshed my system in some time. So do you want to do a third attempt? All right, I'll opt out of that. I'm looking for something else. So Palantir, see Palantir can start to go. Apple is the one that left the station. Microsoft starting to brew. Walmart sliding. TSM. Lilly trade wins. Let's take a look at Lilly. Yep, Lilly, what a push on Lilly. So Lilly's my candidate for a stock split. We did see CrowdStrike have a stock split, guys. CrowdStrike did split. CrowdStrike, if you were trading CrowdStrike before, had some of the most atrocious spreads. Let's see if it's becoming reasonable now. Okay, not even reasonable. Okay, not even worth mentioning. Right. For intraday. There's so many other opportunities. So CrowdStrike, they did do a stock split. All right, so we get that breakdown. If you take it again, if you triple dip. Okay, so again, same thing, guys. If you triple dip or you decide to sit with your runners, keeping this the stop, it's possible you can get that break now. All right, so again, let's get the likes up on YouTube. Let's get the likes up. We have 180 people joining us this morning. If you're a first-time viewer, that's where you're joining from. Okay. Finally, all right, they just have to shake me out. That's it. Let's just shake him out and then take it to the upside. Nice bounce on NVIDIA. Okay. So regardless, Shockwave gave you the opportunity. Which one you took, up to you. I took the second one. I took the second one. And if we got VIX drops below 1579, okay, we could possibly get a break of that double top. Breakout, all right? If VIX bounces out that 1779, we can possibly get a double top formation there. We are seeing a lot of those names start to recover. Hourly still looks bullish. Okay, if you took IW off that VWAP, good. Starting to get into Shockwave. All right, so there's so many opportunities at any given time. A poll question for today. How many episodes have you watched? 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 15 plus. All right, so most of you, 30% of the chat, is still in that 1 to 5 category. That means you're still relatively a new viewer. So, okay, if you're relatively a new viewer, all right, I want to formally introduce you to the program. We go live every single day at 9:30 a.m. Providing market commentary, live trading and training, covering high impact events, talking trader mindset. So the objective of this show is to provide as much value as possible, leading with education. Okay, we trade SPY. Our primary focus is SPY. All right, the indexes, but we can also trade some other names as well, particularly the Mag 7 names. All right, so first shift 15 minutes away. So one trade worked in our favor nicely. NVIDIA did get a nice little push. Just can't create that full separation. You now got a nasty rejection of that daily upside breaker. Tesla, if it can go back for that retest, retrace, reject possibly. We're double topping up there. So we're basically stuck between the highs of the day and that VWAP. Tesla, that 410, they're rallying off that 410, 50 territory. Right? So Tesla in this case, if you have Shockwave, you know exactly what to do. Okay, you take the puts there, profit extraction. You take the puts again, okay. You do what you want with the put, we do what you want with the profits. You had to take it to the lows of the day. But that 410, the closer we get to 410, a lot of buyers, early buyers, are playing defense off that 410. If that 410 is given out, if that 410 is broken, we have room to 405, then 404.69. Right, but they're not going to go down without a fight here. All right, so it's not in your best interest to go short at the very lows. You have to fade the pops. Okay, whenever it pops, that's when you take the puts. as opposed to when it's at the very, very low, you take the puts and get a bounce, and you get stopped out. Okay, see if SPY can make a nice little push one more time as VIX approaches that 1579. Want to see a decisive break. Below it, SPY's chart not clean at all, guys, to be honest. Outside of this nice break here, above PMH, and this clean decisive move on the first go, it's just scalps. In and out. In and out. Because the whipsaw back the downside, okay, wipes the profits out. So it's just scalps. The only one that has been running to the upside is Apple for the calls and Tesla for the puts. And Meta for the puts as well. Microsoft has joined the party to the upside. Okay. Under the radar move to the upside. Okay, so second trade, I might venture out to something else. Bull, yeah, bull. Even long-term bull. Okay. If the SPY done, George, I was watching the NVIDIA chart, and I got in the stopped out on small position. I went back in at 125 and pushed all the way to 280. Got stopped out at 261. Thanks, 100%. That is what trading is all about, guys. So tremendous job, Gary. Tremendous, tremendous, tremendous job. So don't be afraid of getting stopped out. Don't be afraid of being wrong. Okay, don't take being wrong or getting stopped out as a personal attack. All right, it doesn't mean you have a low IQ. It doesn't mean that you're inferior. All right, it just means you're wrong. That's it. All right, so the quicker we are to be wrong, the quicker we can pivot and entertain the next opportunity. Sometimes it takes 2 shots to make one, and the one you do make, okay, covers the expense of the first one. Okay, so tremendous, tremendous job, Gary. I love to hear that, and that's what it's all about. Right, I'm glad that you had enough conviction to take it again. And even if it did get stopped out again, okay, I don't want you to lose that systematic approach. Set 30% on SPY, done. Beautiful job, Arnold. Nice bounce on IW. Yep, nice bounce on IW off that VWAP. Continues to push. Tesla falling off a cliff, violating that 410 level. Tesla and Meta, guys. Tesla and Meta. Just it's a race to their lows. What a disappointment on Meta. Okay. Gaps up above the 600, makes a nice push above 600. Let's actually break it down here. Okay, I can show you better than I can tell you. Okay, we need a visual aid, visual illustration to show you this. Okay, so this is Meta's chart from the hourly. Meta was in this bearish channel. It broke below 600 a few weeks ago. We discussed the importance of this break. If you're watching live, the retest came into play. We got a nice little head and shoulder there. Starts to break. Bearish channel. Get some reclaim. We get some favorable news. Favorable news skyrockets us. Rumor the news skyrockets us all the way past 600. We get to 628. So yesterday, this time, 24 hours ago, Meta was in the 620s. Today we come to 600, no buyers to be found. Okay, and now from that 600 we are down $15. All right. Rumor, news, sell off. Okay, so Meta, the magic number on Meta is 600. Who can establish control at 600? And I would say this gap up, that's not an earned push above a certain level. All right, think of it like this. When think of gap ups over major levels as basically cheat codes. It's like it was price cheated above that level, so it didn't really earn it. If Meta broke above 600 intraday, okay, and it's a difficult level to break, it's a major level of resistance. That's different than if it gaps up above 600 because of rumor or because of a news headline. That's different. All right, because when it does it intraday, okay, there's definite interest at that level. Okay, there's quantifiable interest at that level. There's buyers at that level who are able to push price there. There's legitimate buyers. When it gaps up, all right, it's hard to get a read. The only read you can get is in the event that it comes back to that major level, okay, are there buyers willing to buy the retest? No interest. How do we know? Price is telling us no one is interested here. Okay. Interest is basically sub 560. They're willing to pay below 560. All right, so Meta falling off a cliff. Tesla. All right, Tesla. Tesla also dumping. Violates this weekly upside breaker. Tesla sharp drop to the downside. Very similar to Meta's chart. Had that channel to the downside, gets that parabolic push. It's not as news driven as Meta. And then now Tesla again wiped out. Now, I want to illustrate this point to you as well, guys. Imagine if you were the bull who went long here and had no risk management. So whenever you see these drops like this, right, I know it looks appealing. I know it looks like, hey, you know what? Bears are making money. If I took the puts, I would have done this. Also, the ones who are getting punished are the ones who didn't manage risk. Because there are buyers who took it above these highs. If they decided not to manage risk, not to close the trade when they're wrong, okay, this is going to be a terrible weekend. These 3 days are going to be atrocious because you have to live with that mistake. All right, so nice bounce off view up on SPY if you're waiting for that retest. Okay, sitting it above the weekly upside breaker. All right, so think of risk management as a tool to mitigate or as a tool to minimize risk. Risk management equals risk minimization. Or regret minimization. You're not going to regret getting stopped out. But a few weeks later, you're going to forget about the stop out. If you got stopped out for 30% and you were wrong, I promise you 4 or 5 weeks down the line, okay, you're not even going to think about that. But if you got wiped out because you opted not to get stopped out, right, it's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. It's not going to go anytime soon. Okay? It's not going to go anytime soon. Apple flying. So always opt to get stopped out before getting wiped out. You can survive a stop out. You can only survive so many wipeouts. And that's the honest truth, guys. You can only get wiped out so many times. Okay, before you're forced to not play the game anymore. Microsoft breaking out. Tesla falling to the floor, headed towards 400. SPY initial response off that daily upside breaker. VWAP, okay, what's your runway? Initially, if you're scalping, between here and here, 70-cent runway. That next level right there. If you're not interested in scalping, you're going to have to let this kind of just sort itself out. Or basically being range bound between that high at the high of the day, when nice double top. You see how the VIX bounce out that 1580, 1579 territory. Just beautifully with that double top right there. SPY testing VWAP. Q is below VWAP. IWM going the other way. Full circle on IWM. IWM selling off. Are there any buyers on that dead upside breaker for the second time? Microsoft flying. Qs dumping. SPY holding on to dear life. If the Qs break below the put trigger, it's going to require for SPY to completely collapse below daily upside breaker. So we're going to see some buyers try to fight here. Okay, we are reaching a point of exhaustion. But is it enough? And VIX is starting to push the upside, guys. VIX is looking to take out 18. If the VIX, 16 I should say. If the VIX pops above 16, decisively, we're probably going to slice and dice below VWAP. If we reject off that 16, we probably get that bounce back to that weekly upside breaker. Okay, so 4 minutes away from the from the conclusion of first shift. Okay, let's get the likes up. We are 42 likes away from getting 100 likes. If we get 100 likes, we will do a giveaway, guys. We'll be giving away the course, the Getting Started Day Trading course. All right, so it's a beginner's course that helps you go from zero to market ready in 5.5 hours. Okay, we cover every single thing you can imagine. Complete crash course, one place for you to learn all the information. From what brokers to use, what platforms to use that are available that are for free, whether it's psychology, whether it's price action, a masterclass on price action, a masterclass on support resistance, the proper way to learn it. All right, a lot of different things for you to learn there. So make sure to hit that like button if you're interested in the giveaway. The giveaway, no strings attached. So we violate that PML, or we violate that VWAP. Look at this. Q is breaking down. Small cap bread. Look at this, guys. Look at the VIX. Look at the VIX. I can hold. Everything's sliding. Slice and dice. Okay, are we going back to ground zero? Are we going back to daily open? So that double top led to the collapse. Everything's selling off. VIX flying, guys. VIX flying. So this is only going to accelerate Tesla. Tesla's at 401. Small caps falling off a cliff. Q's falling off a cliff. Mega cap tech falling off a cliff. Close this. Okay, Tesla, Meta. Okay, the only thing holding up is Apple and healthcare. Netflix, a couple of names there. Put this here actually. Oh, did I put the wrong one. Okay. There we go. Wow, what a drop. So no retest there. Complete fail. That double top leads to us to the floor. So all of them starting to slide, guys. This is led by small caps. If you took the Qs below that put trigger, you're laughing to the bank. If you're done for the day, tremendous job as well, guys. Treat today like Ramp Down Friday. Treat today like Ramp Down Friday. We are less than a minute away from conclusion of first shift. All right, less than 27 likes, guys. We need 27 likes in the next few minutes, and we'll be eligible for the giveaway. All right, we can do it. We have more than 180 people joining us this morning. Okay, that's less than half of you who liked it. For those of you who liked the video so far, appreciate the like. If you haven't, make sure to do so. All right, it doesn't cost anything to like. Anyone short SPY off the double top. Double top is the best entry. That breakdown below VWAP, VIX flying through the roof is the sign. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful job, Thomas. Okay, so let's say, all right, so okay, bars are trying to step in here on the flip. Look at that. You don't take profit, just the profit evaporates. All right, so taking profits is going to be key. Apple still flying. VIX about to go full circle. Okay. So retrace rejects on the Qs and IWM can come into play. IWM, I'll take a look at IW. Look at that, guys. So if you took the puts here, it drops, okay, for $1.92. But you have to make it count. You got to take profit. Now it's bounced already for $1.12. So that can really crush your profits. Okay, so you have to be taking profits. Okay, you blink a few times, it disappears. Look at that. Look how quickly they're buying it up, buying it back up on the drop of a dime. Okay, so another retest this area once again. Look how quickly things change. All right, that's why the profit taking, you have to be proficient in your profit taking. So small caps led the way to the downside. So small caps get that slide back to downside. Qs are retrace rejecting, see if that can take place. Okay, VIX sliding back lower. VIX cracks below that 16. Okay, and continues to pursue 1570. We can possibly set the stage for a reclaim. If it stays above 16, retrace reject. Apple continues to fly. Apple is flying like no one is watching. So the big names are Apple for the calls, Microsoft for the calls, Tesla for the puts. Done for the day. Beautiful job, Joe P. So I was going to give you that opportunity, guys. But how quickly can you maneuver? Two traders can take this breakdown. One will walk away with something. The other will walk away empty-handed. Okay, so what do you do in the event that the trade works in your favor? How do you manage the reward? Okay, Amazon is the latest one to go. See if Amazon can hold. Let's go, Devil Dog. 161% on Apple, guys. 161%. You've been crushing it. Beautiful job. And 55% on Microsoft. Beautiful job. That's how we do it. Anyone else? Those are working beautifully, so you can basically just babysit. You're on babysitting duty. Nice 15-minute trend there. Clean 15-minute candles. Right, secure some profit and just babysit. Highest paid babysitter. $160% IDM puts. Beautiful job. Good. Nice retrace reject on the Qs. Test 131% puts. Beautiful job. SMC Queen. Good. All right, so now the question becomes, when is enough? The question becomes, do you have to do more? Or is this it? If you ask me, if I'm challenged with answering that question, that's probably as good as it gets. Under an hour. And you guys are pulling off these massive returns. It doesn't get any better than that. Interestingly enough, the Dow's going the other way. SPY, nice rejection off that VWAP. Interestingly enough, the Dow's trying to push the highs of the day. Small caps, mega cap getting hammered. The Dow trying to push. Okay, here we go. All right, you can see what's going on. All right, comes back into VWAP. IWM continues to push the downside. VIX looking like it wants to continue to go. VIX never cracked back below 16, starting to push back the upside. Look at this hourly candle. So now we're basically in this territory. We're basically between these areas. So who wants some more? All right. Okay. Nvidia. Egregious. Right? Take your profits on Nvidia. Alright, so we're saying it earlier, if you're going to trade Nvidia, you have to be proficient in your profits because nothing seems to last. Alright, a lot of whipsaw movement on Nvidia. Okay, gets the break, pushes into that. Daily upside breaker. Okay, TP1 hit, scale out hit. And what does it do? It goes the other way. Okay, so no signal to the downside for the puts quite yet. Alright, so just the nature of how Nvidia's been moving is next level. Okay, next level. And what's really driving us, guys, is the Dow. The Dow's near the highs of the day, and buyers are trying to pick up small caps, mega cap tech off those lows. So for SPY to get driven back above that VWAP and that PMH, okay, we probably have to get back within prior day's range on the Qs and small caps as well. So small caps and mega cap tech is really holding back the market here. All right, you can see in this corner right there, a lot of those names. Okay, so we can go a little back and forth here. We know the drill. Second shift. Chop, chop, chop. First shift, we took advantage of the quick calls on SPY. I'd say the best ideas during first. Apple calls, Microsoft calls, Tesla puts, Meta puts. SPY, mediocre. Just some scalps on SPY. Who's done for the day, guys? First hours in the books. Who's done for the day? Who's done for the day? See how many views how many likes we got. Okay, we're at 79 likes. So chop, chop, chop. Tesla. If Amazon can come back in, okay, this is where price is playing. So we can see a little back and forth, somewhat of a war right here. All right, so you want to be on the bull side off of support, bear side off of resistance until one declares victory above or below those levels. Okay, in between, very easy to be a casualty. In between, very easy to be a casualty. Tesla's below 400, guys. Look at Tesla. So look how that 400, 410. All right. We broke below 410 decisively. So if you have shockwave, gives you the signal here. Puts. Okay, TP1 hit, and now we're headed towards TP2, and this is wild on Tesla, because Tesla, right, this kind of trade is, I won't say life-changing, but is possibly month to quarter changing. Definitely a momentum shifter on the quarter, but I would say a month changing trade. This kind of trade like this. Okay, 15 points. Okay, SPY, back and forth. Can you explain inefficiency? Yeah. So inefficiency is something. Okay. So in order to understand what inefficiency is, you have to understand what efficiency is. So smash the like button simply to respect George going live every day for us. Absolutely, guys. Make sure to like the video. He's dedicated to us people 100%. I made 300 on Meta puts, 412 Altair puts, 186 on Tesla puts, 1500 on SPX puts, and calls, brother. Wow, great job, Fishman. There goes SPY, guys. Look at the VIX. Okay, something's going on. The VIX is flying. Something's going on. So if the Dow starts to fall, look at small caps, guys. SPY can start to head towards some major levels. We're in the jaws of the gap from today. So we have a gap from today we're in the jaws of. Okay. So Tesla, just good night on Tesla. Okay, we're bouncing off that G50. So in this case, we need the VIX to continue to fly. Tremendous job, Fishman. Tremendous, 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 guys. If you're taking shockwave to the downside, manage accordingly. Isn't it cool? I'll just give you the signals. I don't have to say anything. All right, the system just does it. Okay, soft target 746.62. Okay, so if you're in the community, guys, make sure to refer to the ebook. Okay, about inefficiencies. Okay, about all those sections. I will cover inefficiencies here at 11 o'clock. All right, so I have three ways to label inefficiencies. Okay, there's unique to my system. Okay, there's a standard inefficiency, there's a symmetrical inefficiency, and there's a sequential inefficiency. All these. Okay, those are the three. Okay, we'll go over what an inefficiency is, and then I'll leave it to you guys to do more digging in the ebook. Okay. Now, members, you have access to the ebook that comes with your membership. Beautiful ride on Lily. Beautiful ride, trade wins. So you can use that 50% retrace that gap. Gap rules apply as your soft target. All right, even when you're taking the puts here, guys, it's a little overextended. It doesn't mean it can't go lower, but how much lower can it go? So use this as a nice little soft target. Okay. Okay. So we're in the jaws of that gap. We come to the 50% retrace point of that gap. And now do we have enough fuel to pump? It's a great time to start throwing your EMAs on. All right, once the market is showing some signs of a breakdown, clear breakdown, okay, starting a trend. All right, then now you can start to slap the EMAs on. Okay. See if we get a nice, we can drive price into this territory. Give me a retrace reject. Give me one more push into it. Okay, a little overextended. I want the buying off of this daily 50% retrace to get absorbed. And that could be a way to play the gap fill. Okay, one more push into this gray box. So in this case, you're buying the puts very close to the highs of the day. This is not a buy low, sell high. This is a buy high, sell higher. Okay, get that nice push. Fall back under 747.09 territory. I'll take the puts to the downside. Get that structural break as well. So I'll be a little patient on these puts. Fall back under. They're trying to rally off this 50% retrace of that gap. I want all that buying to get absorbed. Inside on the 15. VIX going south a little bit. Okay. Testing the EMAs, testing all those major levels. Okay, I'll take the puts right there. I'm in SPY puts with the second trade. Okay, if you did take that, manage accordingly. TP where you need to. So you get some falter behind that to get that structural break. Up 10. Okay, up 18. Up 22. I'm going to take a majority off right there at 25. Down to runners. Thank you very much, SPY. Beautiful trade. I want the runners to go into the lows of the day. Who took that? That was a beautiful trade, guys. Less than 30 seconds. All right. Lows of the day. Here we go. Up 25. With some runners. Get to these lows. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, guys. There we go. Up 33. I'm going to close it right there. Thank you very much. All right. Just like that. Okay. If you want to hang on to it, by all means, you can do whatever you like. That's good for me, and that's a great way to cap off the week. Okay, so again, you can see this retrace, reject, multiple things in confluence here. This worked within a matter of seconds. All right, respecting this 50% retrace of that gap from this morning. All right, see profit, take profit. Just overextended to the downside, so very proficient in the profit taking. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful trade. All right, and just like that, it goes the other way. You have to be proficient in your profit taking. You have to be proficient in your profit taking. My last target was the lows of the day. Okay? If you don't know how to navigate these quick kind of opportunities, all right, it's going to be very, very frustrating. So you have to sit on the sideline. All right, so you have to have the ability to do multiple things and just be a professional profit extractor. All right, this was less than 2 minutes, guys. Less than 2 minutes. All right, so that was a great scalp to the downside. And I'm respecting this 50% retrace that gap, guys. G50, I respect G50. I use G50 as a target. All right. G50. If you're a reversal trader, G50 is one level you might want to use. Okay, again, we talked about the nature of reversals. The nature of reversals and how they're low win rate, okay, but high high risk reward or high reward risk, right? Your reward is sometimes minimum 3 to 1, sometimes upwards of 5 to 1, because when reversals work, you are buying those contracts at the very, very low. That's the essence of buying low, selling high. Okay? So what happened from this point on with SPY, with any other name, that's no longer my concern. Took 2 shots. Both shots worked out. In this case, runners didn't go in my favor, but regardless, I gave it a chance. Despite the fact that a couple of missed trades, again, all right? So it wasn't a perfect day. All right? But don't let a missed trade, okay, let you excuse some other bad behaviors. Apple left the station. Tesla left the station. Okay, complete the breakdown. Microsoft out of here. All right, so that will be the last trade for me today. 71% on Apple, beautiful job. Okay, so hopefully you guys found value this week, guys. If you're a lot of you, I did the poll here. A lot of you, 40% of the chat, 44% of the chat, you've watched 1 to 5 episodes. So you're relatively new, so we probably have a newer audience that's tuning in. So if you are new, if you're new, let us know where you're joining from. Make yourself at home. We go live every single day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay, we live trade, breakdown charts, cover high impact events, talk trader mindset. I provide the trades that I'm taking, the rationale behind the trades. So it's live trading and training. It's a very unique program that we do run. If you're looking to join our community, level up your trading, you can do that by going to our site. I do have a flash sale for 4th of July. All right, so that's gonna be there for 48 hours, guys. Anyone who's looking to upgrade the yearly and get Shockwave 1.0 for 90 days, all right, make sure to do so. All right, this is the special. You have 12-month access to our community, coaching call, 90-day access to Shockwave 1.0. Okay, that alone, okay, that does come with an expense, but this will be covered. All this available to you. So this is a great, kind of like a discounted starter pack. Not the starter pack exactly, but a discounted starter pack. If you're in the starter pack, if you did get the starter pack, you have access now. Everyone has access up to this point. But this is a special, guys. 4th of July special. Last year, this time, I believe I did a special like this as well. All right, so take advantage. Okay, take advantage of this. Scan the QR code. Take a screenshot. Once this is gone, once time passes, once 4th of July wraps up, then this will no longer be here. All right, so this is limited time pricing. Take advantage of that. In the event that if you did decide to hold this a little longer, okay, you had to sit through a little back and forth. Okay, you're still living large, but my intention is just to scalp that. 15 continues to dump, and we're officially filled the gap. A gap has been filled. All right, gap has been filled. All right, so the indexes are dumping, guys. Indexes are dumping. Let's just zoom out. Okay, just zoom out just for 1 second, and look at the maneuver that they just pulled off. Okay, look at this. Look how they finessed the bulls here. Okay, look at this. And on top of that, guess where I was bullish? I was bullish here. For how long? For the time being. Okay. I was bullish here for the time being. Extracted profits, moved along. But the bulls that decided to commit to these longs, right? This is a nasty, nasty trap. If you're an intraday trader, you can make money in traps. Okay, so in this case, that nice little push, we got the calls there. This dump, we got the puts there. All right, so whichever way this thing wants to go, okay, we'll be there to take advantage. We're just opportunists. Okay, just pure opportunists. All right, we're going to create a new category of animals. We have bulls, we have bears, okay, and we're going to go with either otters or octopus, all right, as opportunists. Maybe octopus because of their flexibility. All right, so we're basically octopus. We can contort our body, fit into any situation. All right, whatever the market throws at us, we can adapt. So we're opportunists. Shout out to those of you who've been watching 15 plus episodes. Hopefully found value, guys. There's people in our community that have been watching over 100 episodes. All right, so if you are in the chat, let us know how many episodes you've been watching. About Tesla 407.50s, 18 cents just sold every trade. I can't believe it. Look at that, guys. 11K. Beautiful job, 6-0. Hope all is well. I haven't seen you in the chat as much, but tremendous job on taking advantage of Tesla. So there you go. I talked about how Tesla, it's going to be month changing, quarter changing type of trade. I took a break after a large loss, and what a way to come back. You take a break, you come back, large win. So tremendous job, 6-0. All right, so 11K for 6-0. All right. The trade itself, I don't think is going to be life-changing. I don't think one trade itself is life-changing, but the after effects, the confidence boost, the perspective change, what comes with it can be life-changing. But just from a number standpoint, right, probably alleviate some of the pressure off for the month, for the quarter. But nonetheless, tremendous way to bounce back. And I love how you took some time off. You see how the game rewarded you. You took some time off. You did the right thing. You come back, and when you come back, you get rewarded. So tremendous job, 6-0. Tremendous job. Up 55% on the account today on Apple. Beautiful job. Good. 55% on the account. And that's what we strive to do, guys. Provide as much value as possible every single day, guys. More than the profits, okay? More than the opportunities you're capturing. Okay, I want you guys to learn one or two things. Just one thing, at least one thing a week. Okay, or one thing a day. If you're really locked in, you can learn one thing a day. Okay. Anyone else, guys? Anyone else? We will do the end of month poll, end of stream poll as well. Okay. On Monday we have a new chat, guys. On Monday we'll have a new chat as our July chat. All right. So you can go back. We're stacking it month by month. Okay. You can see all the chats we've had since the inception. All right. You can go back in time. So last July, what took place last July? Well, what was our team thinking last July? All right, what were we thinking? Okay, now we're August. What were we thinking? So we have an archive, a living archive of traders exchanging information, interacting. And so this July chat, all right, June chat, I should say, is going to be archived. You guys will have access to it, so you can even go back and say, hey, what was I thinking a year ago? What was I thinking at this particular month? That's why it's so important to put things in the chat. Provide some of your commentary. It's not about being right or wrong, guys. Okay? If you have an idea you want to share, okay, everyone is going to do their technical due diligence. Don't be afraid of, hey, if I'm wrong, what are people going to think? That's out the window. All right? Just, if you believe you have something to share, bring it to the forefront. If you share an idea and it doesn't work, no big deal. All right? Everyone's going to do their due diligence anyways. No one's going to blindly take anything. All right? Everyone is trained like that. Everyone understands the repercussions of that. But if you do see something, bring it to someone's attention. Okay, they will do their due diligence and see if there's something there. All right, so that's going to be a way for you to see how you were doing, what you were thinking back in time. All right, so today, guys, this is the team, 71%. So Apple was the winner today, 161%, 53%. All right, so tremendous job, team. All right, and we're just chopping around this territory. All right, so I decided to jump ship, take my profits. If you want to give me 25 to 35% in less than 60 seconds, sign me up. Okay? Sign me up. You don't got to tell me twice. Especially where we are. Okay, especially where we are. Yeah, I didn't put, would have been nice. You did well this week as well, Lynn, so tremendous job. Coming off vacation is crushing it. Apple just continues to go, guys. Apple is headed towards 310. I mean, there's nothing much I can say about Apple. Okay. So, over the weekend, spend lots of time away from the charts. All right, spend at least 48 hours away from the charts. At least 48 hours completely disconnected. All right, enjoy the time that you do have. All right, you're going to start to embrace the time you do have away from the market. In the beginning, it's a hassle in the beginning, but the longer you do this, the more appreciative you become of the time off. Okay, when you do get back at some point during these 3 days, guys, over the next 72 hours, all right, take about 45 minutes, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, 30 minutes to 60 minutes out of your 72 hours. Okay, that's it. Out of your 72, take one piece or half a piece. 30 minutes to an hour to go over everything from the month. All the trades you took. Go over your physical journal. If you're tracking your trades, your electronic journal, whatever it is. Okay? See the things you can improve. Okay, identify the things you did right. Double down on the right, okay, and clean up the things you need to improve. You don't need to overhaul your system. So don't come into the month of July with a long checklist of things you're going to do different. Okay? It's not going to happen. That's not how change takes place, guys. Focus on one thing for the first week of July, first full week of July. Okay? Just one thing at a time. A lot of you will tell you to have 10, 15 rules. The nature of it, guys, the more rules we have, the less likely we are to follow any of them. So I'm not a big proponent for having 50 rules. All right? I'm a big proponent on having few rules, but those rules being non-negotiable. If you don't have your non-negotiable, find it this Saturday. How do you find it? Look at your performance. Okay, do some deep reflection. You know exactly what's holding you back, and you know exactly what the solution is. Okay, my non-negotiable at all times is risk management. My execution can go out the window. Sometimes the execution can be good, my timing can be off, but my risk management can never be off. I don't give any room. Okay, so focus on that one thing that's going to become your non-negotiable. Once you have your non-negotiable in place, it's a matter of constantly improving the things you need to address. And it can be different for every trader. Okay? It can be your execution this week. But it should never be your non-negotiable. Okay? Your non-negotiable, basically, you live and die by your non-negotiable as a trader. Maybe for some of you, your non-negotiable is taking profits at double digits. You've given up, you've been right so many times, but you've given up so much profits by not taking profit. And you're committing yourself to say, hey, you know what? I don't care where this thing goes. I need to make sure, okay, this nets a positive exchange when it's all said and done. So I'm going to take profit, okay, religiously at this particular time. Where it goes after that, I can care less. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the week, okay, candles don't matter. They're just a means to an end. EMAs don't matter. They're just a means to an end. Okay? What are you walking away with? How much risk did you put? How much risk did you put up? And what did you get rewarded for the risk? Okay, all this stuff is a means to an end. Bigger picture, okay, we're just making these as transactions. We're managing risk, deploying risk, allocating risk, and letting the probabilities play out. All right, so make sure you do that for the month of July. In the month of July, to give you some insight, it's going to be very similar to the month of June. The action is going to be very, very similar. It's not going to be exactly the same, but it's going to be very similar. So days where we don't have major catalysts, our focus becomes a news feed. A couple of nice moves during emphasis on first shift, second shift, third shift, chop, chop, chop. Maybe a couple of moves during power hour. If it's a push up, if there's no catalyst, maybe a slow grind midday, slow dump midday. So emphasis becomes first shift. All right, so if you're not managing your risk according to your plan, tighten that up. If you're not taking profits, tighten that up. If you're taking too many trades, put a number on it. Okay, literally have a number saying I can only take this many trades. Maybe that's your non-negotiable. I can only take this many trades per day. I can only take this many trades per week. And what you'll notice is when you have those strict rules on the things that matter, rather than these rules, just a bunch of rules. Okay. Nice breakdown here. If you took shockwave once again, EMAs provides an opportunity. All right. It will be easier to follow one to three rules than it is to follow 10 rules. All right. So it's just a matter of tweaking the things you're doing. If you have a system already, if you have a good grasp on what you're doing. Okay. That is what's important for those people who are kind of over the hump. If you're not over the hump, if you're just a beginner, Okay, commit yourself to the education. Commit yourself to making sure you have the proper tools and resources. Commit yourself to, hey, learning, watching the stream every single day. Okay, jumping in the community, being around other traders, and easing your way into this endeavor. All right, and taking the proper strides. Look at this beautiful breakdown, guys. Third time was a charm. So shockwave again, 3 times there. Third one was the one that went. This time around, look at the VIX. All right, anyone take that to the downside again? Strikers. Anyone strike right there. Okay, so whatever it is, guys, make the proper adjustments. Look at this dump, beautiful dump. Everything is dumping. VIX flying. All right, that's a great way to cap off the week, guys. A great way to head into the holidays. If you're logging off, if you're a long-time viewer, a long-time member, guys, do me a favor. Leave a review on WAP, okay? Leave a review on WAP. It takes a few minutes. You can leave some stars. If you want to leave some feedback, leave a message, you can as well. But most of you have been with us for more than a month. Okay, so I challenge you to take maybe 1 or 2 minutes today at some point in time during your 72 hours to leave a review on WAP. All right, so let the others know what your thoughts are in the community, and let's represent our community the right way. Okay. So make sure to do that. Now, nice drop there, guys. Spy that PML. VIX flying. Nvidia, good night. Microsoft, good night. Meta, good night. Tesla, good night. Apple, gone. Microsoft, pull them back. Right. Okay, so make sure to have that non-negotiable, guys. If you don't have a journal, get a journal. Okay, if you want to get my system-based indicator, make sure to get that as well. All right, so whatever you need to get you where you need to, get it. It's almost like this. You need to travel across the country, but you're refusing to get a car. All right, and you want to be stubborn and say, "Hey, I'm gonna walk." You can get there however you want to get there. Right? But you need the proper tools to get to your destination. Okay, so think of SAT, think of all the tools as a means. Okay, as a means to get to where you need to get to. Okay, that's all it is. A means to get to where you need to get to. 393% for Brenda. Beautiful job, Brenda, on Apple. I believe you have Shockwave, right, Brenda? You have Shockwave. This might be one of the best trades on Apple. Look at this, guys. So, where do you take the calls? Unless if you take the calls off the open, sure, right? But take the calls right here at 301. This thing pumps to 307. $6 move. Okay, so 50 delta. Okay, that's $50 per dollar move. Okay, $6 move. Okay, $300 per contract. Okay, at minimum. 1 contract. Roughly. All right. So if you're signing off, guys, happy holidays. Up 84%, good time to stop. Everyone have a great weekend. You too. What's the VIX? VIX, capital letter VIX, volatility indicator. Okay, it's basically a gauge of real-time gauge of fear and greed. Fear, greed, uncertainty. Okay. And what a win for the U.S. yesterday. Anyone watch that game? If you watched that game, USA is looking good, guys. The men's team is looking good. And this might be what we need to spark. All right, hydration break plus the USA doing really well might be what we need to build, okay, a domestic soccer fan base. If they can pull it off, okay, if they can get to the Final Four, it's going to be tough. If they can get to the Final Four, okay, they just went to the 16. So if they can win 2 more games, all right, that's going to really put us on the map. And a lot of the youth, a lot of the programs are going to start to push kids into soccer. All right. And we can do it. We can be the greatest players. We have the best athletes. All right. So when it comes to athletics, we got it. You're welcome. So who's playing today? African teams almost got it done yesterday. Both of them blew the lead. Almost got it done. Both of them blew the lead. The only team I like from Europe is France. Everyone else can lose. So if there's any fans out there of those countries, just for soccer, right? The only one I like is France. All the rest of them, I want them to get out. Oh, I got to get past France. That's going to be tough. Got to get past France. So I want to see England get out. So sorry to my English fans. With Germany's already out. Belgium almost got out yesterday. They got saved by a penalty. All right. Interesting penalty, to say the least. I think Portugal might lose today. Portugal might be out. Croatia is not an easy team. So, interesting. So, it's been entertaining to watch. It's been a lot of the late goals have been fun to watch. %83% on SPY. Deal with the cash account, 1.7%. That was on that last drop. Trade wins, beautiful catch. That 83% is probably this one right here. Right there. Right, so many things lining up here, right? You have the EMAs. You have key levels. You have everything dumping. So the only thing missing here is just conviction and taking the trade. That's the only thing left to do. Okay, everything is saying puts here. All right, everything is screaming puts. The only thing left to do, if you're looking to entertain an idea there, okay, is to define the risk and just click the button. All right, and sometimes that can be hard for a lot of people. But at some point, you have to always think of it like this: risk is inevitable. Okay, so risk is inevitable. The nature of our profession, guys, we're always exposed to risk. So there's never going to be a time. It's like when if you hear a lot of traders, that what they say is there's a high risk trade. Every trade is a high risk trade. Right? Or this is a high risk. There's no way to remove, especially if you say this is a high risk trade. When you say it's a high risk trade over and over and over and over again, okay, this is how you're subconsciously hedging your bet. All right, so if it doesn't go a certain way, then it's okay, it was a high risk trade. But if it works in your favor, then it's, hey, you know what? It was a good trade. All right, so the better you're able to deal with risk, okay, the better you are, the better you'll be. Calculated risk, that is. Okay, not reckless risk, calculated risk. The better you'll be in the game. All right, so risk is inevitable. There's no way to remove it. There's no way to cancel it. So now the question becomes, where are you comfortable allocating risk? If you have to open yourself up to risk, where on the chart makes sense to you, where you're okay exposing yourself, exposing your account to risk. All right, so if traders can start to adopt that line of thinking, okay, they will start to understand that there is no such thing as risk-free. Okay, you have to take that risk. So beautiful, beautiful trade wins. Apple continues to push. 76% on Apple. They're the same position or new position. Devil dog, nice trade there. So this is as good as it gets, guys. The market gave us a move. You guys capitalize off of it. What more do we want? If we knock out these lows, if all the indexes knock out the lows, the selling continues. But SPY is starting to get into this PML, so I do anticipate a little bit of a buy up on PML. So the rejection zone held up. We trapped above those highs. We're coming to this bounce zone now. All right, so I'll be very cautious of that PML. VIX skyrocketing, guys. VIX is headed back towards 17. So you want to get gravitation back into key levels in EMAs. Okay, instead of getting the break below the lows. Watch for this double bottom. It's almost like you're taking bounces. You're fading the pop until it reclaims. Gotta go. Thanks for the encouragement. Done for the day. On the part-time funding. Machinism job. Okay, good. Anyone else done? Let us know if you're done for the day, done for the week. This is the last day of the week as well. Next week we're going to kick off July. I know it's a weird week. It's a new month in the middle of the week, so we're kind of making our own rules and treating these 2 days as the last days of June. And the first week of July will officially kick off next week. All right, so first week of July. What do we got on the calendar? Right, that's the first thing you always want to refer to. All right, so ISM on Monday to kick things off. Yellow, FOMC minutes, unemployment claims. Okay, relatively muted calendar to kick off the first month of July. Okay, second week of July. We got CPI. We got PPI. We got retail sales. It starts to pick up. Then after that, we got so relatively muted July, guys. All right, so a lot of the focus can be in rumors, headlines, all that stuff. And then the last week of July, we have FOMC press conference. Okay. We have rate decision, press conference late, basically the last day of July, last week of the month. All right, so a big thing for July is this, guys. Rate decision, tail end of the month, between the beginning of the month and the midpoint, we have CPI in the heart of the month, and before that, okay, is relatively quiet. Between Monday, July 6th and the 14th, so next week can be very, very quiet. All right, not a lot of activity, so the focus becomes rumors and news. News and rumors. All right, that can drive the market. And then we get CPI. After that starts to pick up. It goes quiet for a little bit, and then it goes to FOMC minutes, and that leads us right into August. Okay, and then same drill, guys. Okay, same drill. Okay, I want bounces actually. Okay, I want to failure below those lows. Yeah, whatever works, whatever your style of trading is, guys, stick to your style. But if you ask me currently, it is a downtrend. So if you're reversal trading, this is what you want to see. But reversal trading would imply that you're trading the end of the downtrend. You're looking for the relative low or the lowest low. That's what you get paid the big bucks for. If you're a trend trader, okay, retracements back into EMAs, price action, synchronized selling is what you want to look for. Good morning. I made profit on Apple, $305, $307 earlier this morning before leaving for work. I wish I had stayed in the calls. But just imagine, $300 before leaving for work. So right out the gate, all right, You already paid yourself $300. So it doesn't matter what's left on the table. Okay. When you go to work, right, you have to wait 2 weeks, 1 week, a month. So you work today and you get paid 2 weeks, 1 week, or a month, depending on the schedule, maybe weekly. Okay, with trading, is you take the risk, you allocate the risk. For the moment you enter to the moment you exit is where you get compensated. So tremendous trade there. Tremendous trade. Maybe just a little sell-off before going to the weekend. I was thinking maybe a push to the upside. We'll see. The day's not done. It's still early. We can very well start pumping to the upside. Who knows? All right, we can continue to sell off. We can start to pump. Who knows? The day is not done. If you know anything about the market, anything is possible, and there's a lot of time. The bulls are well in the lead. They established the lead. All right. So the bulls need to pull off what the Knicks pulled off against the Spurs. All right, when they blew that 29-point lead. So it's never over. Okay. Quit your job for trading? What do you suggest? No, don't quit your job for trading. You can do both things at the same time. I'm not suggesting you quit your job for trading. I'm just suggesting to you the power of leverage. All right? The power of leverage. The power of knowing something and leveraging your capital to make more capital. I don't suggest people quitting their jobs. So I'm not one of those traders who say, hey, quit your job, leave everything and jump into trading. No, you have to approach things systematically. You can do both. You can have one stream from your job, you can have another stream from trading. You don't want to have less streams. Right? More streams. And what you realize is if you are trading, if you can find your edge, okay, if you have a system to follow, if you have Shockwave 15, a lot of our traders, all right, they work full time. So now you're just adding another, instead of starting another small business or starting something on the side, you can treat it as a side hustle. Instead of doing the gig apps, all right, you can just, again, it's going to take you time to learn. You're going to go through the process. You're going to take some losses. But eventually when it starts to click, this is the ultimate thing to do on the side. How once you're profitable? It's not. I would say profitable is not just once you're profitable forever. All right. Once you're profitable, you have to maintain. You have to just keep going. It's not just, hey, you know what? I'm profitable this month. I now can call myself a profitable trader. That's not how it goes, guys. All right. You have to. It's one thing to get somewhere. It's another thing to stay there, to remain there. And just because you're profitable for a stretch and you just leave everything, now the pressure's on you to produce. All right, and sometimes that can negatively impact your trading. All right, so every individual has to make the call for themselves. Okay, every individual has to make the call for themselves. If they're at the point where they have to make that decision, right? By all means, do what you need to do. Right? But I can't make a decision for someone else or tell them what to do, because everyone has different circumstance, everyone has different situation. Maybe someone did 5 to 7 years of schooling to be in the profession they're in, and then they have a profitable year. And then they want to leave that profession. That might not be, if you think that's the right thing to do, that might not be the best bet. It might be, hey, you know what? Leverage both. Okay, milk it. All right, that's I would say that's a different type of conversation. Okay, especially now, I would say now is the easiest time ever to do both things at the same time. Remember, you don't have to trade every single day, right? 20 years ago, it was very difficult to do both things at the same time. Okay, the platforms are not there, the technology is not there. Trading was more of like an inside, so you have to know about it, you have to know exactly what tools and resources to use. Now it's basically democratized and it's accessible by everybody. All right, so you will know what to do. Consult yourself, consult your partner, your family members, whatever it is. All right, that then you make the decision, not me. Okay. What do we see here? Do we get another flag here? I think of trading as making a deposit to my savings on a monthly basis. Exactly. All right, just leverage the skill, guys. Leverage the skill. Stick to your profession. If trading is all you leave yourself to, there's a lot of pressure. All right, it's a lot of pressure. If you need trading to pay the bills, if you need trading to feed your family, then that's it. All right, the pressure is on. You have no room for error. Okay, there's no room for error. So you don't want to put that kind of pressure on yourself, right? So you want to have a cushion. You want to have a little bit of wiggle room. You want to have a little bit of margin of error. Okay, so that's what I would say. I'm trying to find an evening job so that I can focus full time on trading. You think is ideal? Again, it's your call. I can't. It depends on circumstance. It depends on if you have family responsibilities. If you have no family responsibilities, you're just in charge of yourself. It depends on your living situation. It depends on so many variables. Right? But say if I was a student, okay, if I was a student and I was living in my dorm and I'm going to school, right, and I learn about trading, okay, I'm not going to work part-time. I'm not going to work I'm going to just trade. I'm going to go to school and I'm going to trade. I'm going to try to take classes that favor the schedule. Right, but when you have, again, it depends on the circumstance. All right, there's so many variables that go into it. If you have family responsibilities, you have multiple children, you have a husband, a wife, whatever the case may be. If you're a female, you're a male, whatever the case may be. Right, then to even say I'm going to leave my job and start trading, all right, that's a conversation within itself. Okay. Right? That's a conversation within itself. All right, because not everyone knows exactly what trading is. All right, so it's not one size fits all. It's not one size fits all for sure. Okay, there's too many things to take into account, and that decision is based on every individual, guys. Okay, independent, no, Interpret 1630. So chop, chop, chop here on SPY, guys. Last few minutes. And also, like, if someone is nearing retirement, I would say trading is a great thing to take up. All right, you're nearing retirement. You're going to have all this time back. All right, or you're starting to ramp down your late career. You're going to have all this time back. Maybe you're a subject matter expert in certain fields. Maybe you're doing consulting work, right? And you're really leveraging your time. You have a high-paying salary, high skill, right? And you have a lot of time available. Okay, then I would say trading is a great thing to jump into, because when you transition out of that, right, your brain is going to need something to do. You're going to need something to do. All right? In my opinion. Okay, we're officially in third shift. Second shift, we took a quick scalp to the downside, double digits right here. All right. I wanted to take that profit quickly, 25 and 35%. And then, of course, it bounced off of it and went for a nice little drop to the downside. All right, provide another opportunity to the downside. No, not interested in there. So I called it once we caught that quick scalp to the downside. So no horse in the race, and that's going to be the last trade of the week. That's going to be the last trade of the week. Thanks, Master. I'm a doctor. Awesome. So if you're a doctor, you have a high-paying skill. All right, so high-paying skill, that's awesome. Let's check it out on the last hour. Okay, last hour, we're seeing NVIDIA, Apple, a lot of the names in this category starting to, in electronic technology, starting to get a nice little, catch a nice little bid off of those lows. Okay. Any questions, guys? Any questions on YouTube? Let's do end of stream poll, and we'll do end of a month poll late today. We might have a good performance today, guys. Let's see if we can get above 75. And above 60% is massive in this industry, guys. So let us know you did. Again, poll is completely voluntary, but it just gives us an idea how everyone did. So starting to bounce off of this PML. So let us know in the chat, what's one thing you're looking to improve? All right, even if you made the improvements month over month, week over week, day over day. All right, no one is above improvement. All right, find something to improve. Okay, so I'm looking to clean up my execution. Okay, a little bit, clean up my execution on my end. Okay, I loved all the trades that I did take. Just the entries, could do a little better on the entry. So I look to just sharpen that up. All right, so let us know. Let us know, guys. Amazon, nice retest on Amazon. Tesla just sitting under 400, guys. Tesla sitting under 400. Microsoft retest of VWAP. Looks like SPY wants to hit. Looks like small caps are getting close to VWAP. Well, we sold off here on that last stretch. IWM still holding up. IWM is still holding up. Smart action. I'm a live testimony. Your teachings have changed my life. Awesome to hear, Anthony. And that's what it's intended for. All right. That's what it's intended for. Been watching for 3 months. Constantly have changed my life for the better. I'm so grateful. I came across this action account. Okay, good. Yeah, so when you're ready, jump in the community. All right, so now it's a matter of leveling up. Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad that you found value. So again, Anthony's been watching for 3 months. Okay, so no prior relation with Anthony. So it's not like I'm telling someone to put that in the chat. All right, so again, on the other side of work, 3 months to get to that point. All right, so it's not just 48 hours. Okay, 3 months. That's a full quarter he's been watching. So that's where he sees the results. Great job, Anthony. Always awesome to hear that. Absolutely. That's what it's intended for, guys. That's what it's intended for. And that's what keeps the machine running. That's what keeps us going. All right. I know how difficult it is to be on the other side. Right? When you're looking for information, when you're seeking information, when you're trying to find a way, and there is no way. But everyone tells you there's a way. All right, so there is a way. So when I found the way, it's a matter of providing that way. And that way is not strategy based, guys. That way is not, hey, you know what? Go trade ICT, go trade strat, go trade this, go trade that, go trade. It's not. It's a way of thinking. It's a certain type of attitude. It's a certain type of demeanor. Okay? Certain type of mindset. Tied in with the strategy, with everything else. All right, so more to come, guys. More to come. Keep putting in the work in. Keep improving. Make the adjustments every week. Okay, incremental changes over a long period of time equal exponential gains. Okay, just small adjustment. You don't need to overhaul the whole system. Just small adjustment. Trying to hold my runners, working on that. So runners are tricky because runners are the reason why I said runners are tricky is because you have to be okay with runners, with some runners not taking off, and trusting runners for that one runner, those 2 runners out of the 10 times you take runners to go. So it's very easy for you to be discouraged by runners and stop using runners. And then the time you don't use runners, it completely goes. Right? So runners, they're very elusive, very tricky, they're very discretionary. All right, so As long as your focus is securing the majority, that's your primary emphasis, then you can open up yourself to runners. All right. So if someone is not at the point where they're constantly securing profit, they're sharp in their risk management, I wouldn't even bother with runners. Okay. Just think of runners as the fine detail. It's like the details, the finishing touches. All right. Okay. All right. So chop, chop, chop. That's what's taking place. We know the drill. It's third shift, guys. I'm done trading for the day. Took 2 trades. First one. This one, we initially missed this trade. Okay, I had to wait for this nice little push back up. Came into it. We took it the second time. Worked in our favor nicely. Runner stopped out. And then the second one was, this was a trade less than 60 seconds. Okay, so 25 and 30, 35% appreciation in just a few seconds. Had to lock that in. That was the 2 trades for today. Okay. June marks 6 straight green months. Look at that, guys. So it is doable. 6 straight green months. All right, so the caliber of traders you're going to be around, that alone is I can't control who joins the community, right? I can't control that. But the environment that we're cultivating is priceless itself. The kind of people we're attracting is priceless itself. Okay, so no negative energy. Everyone is just dialed into their system. Everyone is looking to help one another, encourage one another. Whether you're a beginner, whether you're been trading for 30 years, there's no hierarchy. Okay, everyone respects one another. And everyone's here to get the job done. And that's what's awesome to see. Okay. We're all fighting the same battle. Everyone's fighting the same battle. Any questions, guys? We'll wrap it up here about 12 o'clock. Okay. We've been wrapping up a little earlier during the summer months. Okay. For a multitude of reasons. One is the longer we stay, the more tempted you're going to be to trade. 2 is I want you to get used to trading in short bursts. 3 is I also don't want to stay behind the screens for 4, 5, 6 hours. Okay, because I'm also going to be tempted to trade. All right, so take it and leave. That's going to be the best approach. As we start to go closer into the fall, right, we'll probably keep the same routine with our team, of course. Okay, between 9 o'clock and 12:30. And then we'll probably start to make YouTube a little more condensed. All right, so to be in and out, probably do the stream for 1 hour. We've been streaming every day for 3, 4, 5 plus hours. All right, so return to a more show-based schedule. All right, within 60 minutes on YouTube, we can get a lot done during that time. And then with our community, we'll take it offline and focus on that. Okay? I just want to get to the 252. My eyes are set on 252. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thomas, appreciate your support. I was going to do the webinar this weekend, but again, it's the 4th, okay? I I want everyone to enjoy their long weekend. So we will do the webinar, Shockwave webinar next week. Okay, Shockwave webinar next week, next Saturday. All right, so next Saturday we do have Shockwave webinar. And I'll give you the exact time because I believe now that I think of it, my son does have a flag football game. Okay, so we will do the webinar at that time, but I'll give you the exact time later next week. Okay, so last webinar was an amazing webinar. Got a lot of questions answered. Went over a lot of stuff, but but the recording didn't have audio, so that's unfortunate. But we will run that back, and then we'll do another Shockwave webinar. So the ones who do have Shockwave, all right, if you've been using it, have any questions about it, is your time to jump in real time. For the ones who are interested, you're more than welcome to join. Ask your questions. All right, so we're going to quickly go over a couple of slides, 10 minutes, and then we're going to jump right into the main part, which is of course, how to set up Shockwave, do some testing, take some questions, do some Q&A, and then make sure everyone's question gets answered and everyone's squared away to use the tool. Okay, so we'll host that next Saturday. Okay, so be on the lookout for that next Saturday. So YouTube members, you do have access to the free tier Discord with the newsfeed. Okay, that comes with your membership. There's a free there's a Discord with newsfeed and a few free resources. Along with some videos on the channel. Look at that, guys. Minnesota hustle. This is what I love to see. I think I broke the code. Last 2 weeks, consistently green daily. That's what I love to see, guys. So you guys are seeing the fruits of your process. All right, fruits of your process. Process over profits. Focus on the process. The process will yield the profits. So amazing job. More to come. And that's when trading starts becoming fun. Okay, so if you're getting there, that's when trading starts becoming fun. Not because you're green, because you have a process, you have a system you can follow every day. Right? The green just adds to the fun, of course. I mean, everyone wants to be green. But the fact that you have a process, the fact that you have a system you follow every day, okay, that's bringing the fun back into trading. Right? It doesn't always have to be just filled with frustration, painful. We already been through that. Right? And that fun will return on the other side of being disciplined with your system. So tremendous job, Minnesota Hustle. Tremendous job. Anyone else, guys? Anyone else have any updates? Nice structural breakdown if you're trading that. Okay. That's at 9. EMA test on the 15. All right, we'll run this thing until 12:10-ish. We'll go over ways to join our community here shortly. And we'll kick off the long weekend. During the long weekend, guys, stay safe. Enjoy the time. Okay, and try putting all the political stuff to the side and just enjoy the people around you. All right, 250 years, huge celebration. $250. NVIDIA, top-down analysis NVIDIA, let's do it. So NVIDIA. So my thoughts on NVIDIA. Of course, NVIDIA, big player in the semiconductor space. All right, when you think of AI, you think of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is synonymous with the word AI. Right, but NVIDIA has, on the yearly, is directional at the upside. So on the yearly, is bullish, is failed to hold enforcement. On the daily, NVIDIA is what percentage away from all-time highs? Okay. And it's about 18% away from all-time highs, getting close to 200 EMA. So between 18 to 20% away from all-time highs on NVIDIA. Okay, so NVIDIA, when we think about a bigger picture, NVIDIA is coming to the support territory. There's major resistance that it was facing. It's in that area now. So if we just kind of jumble that major resistance with this 200 EMA, right, that's where NVIDIA is. So NVIDIA is sitting right at this critical support. That is including, okay, 200 EMA coming up, okay. We have these major touches. We got a breakout, we got a bounce here, and then we're testing that once again. So two things right there, along with some key levels. And then now, if we throw a 50% fib, okay, we're right in the window of that golden pocket. So the golden pocket would be like right there. All right, so that's where NVIDIA is. Last time NVIDIA was at the 200 EMA, we had that kind of bounce. If it's long term, okay, you believe in the NVIDIA thesis, 20% off, 20%, getting NVIDIA discount at 20% is better than paying at all-time highs. If you're interested in NVIDIA here, okay, I don't see why you're not interested here. The thesis didn't really change. Okay, it was long term. Also, it's coming into this area, 200 EMA. Possible 200 EMA test can be a potential entry point. So just do your due diligence. From intraday perspective, NVIDIA has not been the same after the split. Right, the movement has not been the same. We discussed this last year. So last year, if you recall, the end of the year, we were talking about some major things to look out for, some major predictions. And one of them for me was NVIDIA, okay, turning into Cisco. Do you guys recall when we talked about that? NVIDIA turning into Cisco. That was a big thing I was thinking about with NVIDIA. All right, so when we think back to .com, Cisco was a company that was the primary, the backbone of the internet. Till this day, it still is. Okay, they make the state-of-the-art switches, state-of-the-art routers. A lot of the protocols that we do use to route, okay, information via the internet is using Cisco protocols. Okay, so they are basically, it's basically a monopoly. They have their own routing protocols. They have their own hardware. They dominate that space. So let's just take a look at Cisco. Cisco was on fire during that time. Now it's kind of catching second wind after .com, but not to the same extent as NVIDIA. But you can see it had a major push to the upside, and it kind of just for multiple years, it kind of just is relevant, but it's not performing. And then now it just resurfaced. So recently it just broke above, okay, 2000. So 25 years. So it knocked out a high from 26 years ago. All right. So at that time, Cisco was basically, okay, when you think of .com, when you think of the internet, if you're making the argument for, hey, if there's a gold rush, I'm going to buy the picks and shovels. Okay, Cisco is the picks and shovels. When you think of AI, the picks and shovels for AI is NVIDIA. So, not saying the same thing can take place, but what's happening is Cisco is underperforming. NVIDIA is underperforming the other names. Okay, underperforming the other names in the same sector. Okay, so there are other names who are running laps around NVIDIA. Okay, so at this point, if you're taking NVIDIA, you have to get the proper entry points. Okay, so our entry point is coming up now in the near future. All right, between this 190 to that 185 territory. 190 to 185 is an area I want to pay attention to closely. All right, so is what took place with Cisco possibly taking place with NVIDIA? Okay. Not to the same extent, but just similar story. All right, because look at his counterparts. Okay, from the time, so NVIDIA made its all-time high. Okay, NVIDIA made its all-time high. All right, I believe in May. Before that, NVIDIA didn't make an all-time high all year. It took until May. So that May all-time high. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the other names. AVGO. Since May. Okay, AVGO. Since May, made another all-time high. It's pulling back as well, AVGO. MU. Made another all-time high. TSM. Okay, continues to push. INTC. So look at the counterparts. AMD. So the question becomes, is NVIDIA lagging behind, or is everything else catching up to NVIDIA as NVIDIA slows down? Because fundamentally, you cannot beat NVIDIA's performance from a fundamental standpoint. Right? Fundamentally, this company is as strong as it gets. I mean, look at the earnings. I mean, you got to go back all the way to 2023 for a miss. And before that, I mean, you got well before 2016. So in the last 10 years, NVIDIA's only missed once. But the expectation is so high. Right? If you're a player who scores 30 points per game, all right, and if you've been averaging 30 points per game for 10 years, and one season you start scoring 25, right? League standard, that's still high, but your standard, that's low. So think of NVIDIA like that. So NVIDIA is just outperforming everything else, but underperforming itself. If that makes sense. Okay, those are my thoughts on NVIDIA. Okay, another bounce off that PML. Bought 490. And NVIDIA plan to sell 215. Again, guys, I can't give you financial advice. Okay, I can't tell you when to buy, when to sell, what to buy, what to sell, how many to buy, how many to sell. All I can just give you is a commentary. If it was me, if I was in that situation, I bought it for 90. And what's NVIDIA's price right now? And it's at 194. It depends on what my thesis is. If my thesis is buy and hold, I'm not budging. Okay, I'm looking to add at down 20%. Just add a little bit at 20%. It just depends on what your thesis is. If it's a trade, treat it as a trade. If it's a buy and hold, I'm not moving, then it just depends on what the thesis is. Then you just continue to hold. Okay. Pep, yes, Pep. Yes, let me go to Pep real quick. You guys asked for Pep earlier. Pep. All right, so intraday chart, I'm going to knock that off. Once we do end here, guys, I'm going to wrap up the stream as well on Google Meet as well. I want you guys to enjoy your weekend. Okay, 48 hours. How many hours can you dedicate to being off the charts? Put in the chat before you leave. How many hours Are you going to stay away from the charts? I know it's the advice is backwards. All right, but trust me, less is more. Optimize for efficiency and effectiveness. PEP. Let's take a look at PEP. Let's see if PEP has a PEP in its step. So Pepsi, PepsiCo. You guys are all familiar with PepsiCo. Okay, you might think PepsiCo is just a beverage company. PepsiCo is a behemoth. All right, when it comes to snacks, PepsiCo is the one. Okay, a lot of people think, oh, Pepsi, just Pepsi. No, look at PepsiCo, guys. This is what PepsiCo has. Aquafina, Baked, Bear, Cheetos, Doritos, Fritos, Gatorade, Lay's. Okay, some of these are some international brands. Mountain Dew, Ocean Spray. Oh, you thought cranberry juice was in PepsiCo? It is. Right? See more. Pepsi itself. Okay, the Pearl Milling, Quaker, Propel, that's a Gatorade, Ruffles, Rockstar Energy Drink. Right here, Sabra, Simply. Oh, you thought this chip company? I forgot what it's called. Naked, Popcorn, Starry, the Starbucks beverages, not Starbucks itself, but the beverages. Tostitos, Sun Chips. All right. So when people think Pepsi, PepsiCo, they think of Pepsi. No. When it comes to snacks, all right. And the thing with Pepsi is now look what they did. They got Poppy. All right. Any name that comes up, they're gonna get it. Muscle Milk, they got it. Everyone's on a protein kick now. Protein is a big thing. Protein is a buzzword now. I mean, they got protein on chips. They have protein bread. That's the buzzword. Like a few years ago, it was gluten free. Okay, that's the buzzword now. So again, PepsiCo, when it comes to snacks and beverages, okay, this is as big as it gets. Okay, Coca-Cola's on the beverage side and Coca-Cola's on the bottling side. All right, so we think of those two names as the same, but they're actually they intertwine in the same lane. But PepsiCo is more diversified. Just big picture thinking. Now let's take a look at the chart on PepsiCo. All right, the technicals on PepsiCo. Fundamentals, do your due diligence. Fundamental analysis means you take a look at the balance sheet. All right, you take a look at the metrics, you take a look at the ratios, and you decide if it's priced correctly. All right, so we're just going to break down the technicals. So first things first, PepsiCo. Let's go to all the way to the yearly time frame. 12 months. So whenever you're looking to get into a company, you want to see that the company, right, has been making progress. Okay, to the top right corner. Pulling back here and there, that's normal. So has PepsiCo been doing that since inception? When's inception? As far as I can see, inception was 1965. 1965. All right, so since 1965, PepsiCo has been riding this 12-month EMA on the yearly. That 9 EMA on the yearly. Okay, it did it back in 1995. Okay, some of you were not even born back then. It did it again in the 1998 to 2003, that 5-year stretch. Okay, it dipped into that area, bounced off of it. It did it again in 2009, so it dropped in 2008 crisis, came very close to that 20, but eventually closed back above that 9. Okay, so it did it again during 2016. Guess what? Did it again when? During COVID. Same thing. Now is doing it again present day. So on the yearly time frame, if the thesis is the same, okay, unless the consumer just completely has a different appetite and just goes away from all those brands, if the thesis is still the same and the fundamentals check out, long term, multi-year hold, Pepsi's at a discount. From a technical standpoint. Okay, we are down 26%, 27%. Okay, we got as low as 35%. So anywhere between 35 to 25%. Okay, that's a discount. That's a pullback. Okay, so we addressed that. So bigger picture, Pepsi, long-term potential buy point here. So let's start to go to the lower, shorter dated time frame. So long-term, maybe that's not something you need to focus on unless you're looking to add something long-term, hold for the long-term. So that's not, I wouldn't consider that a trade. So if you're looking for a trade, let's drop down to the quarterly. Quarterly, we have some consolidation. Okay, quarterly, we have inside candle. All right, so the quarterly buyers and sellers are going back and forth. They're basically, okay, trying to decide. And buyers are trying to decide if this is worth the push back the upside, if it's valuable, and there's still a lot of overhead selling pressure. So they're going back and forth. Quarterly's inside. Monthly, also inside. Okay, now weekly. Okay, there are some buyers picking this up on the weekly. Okay, the weekly time frame suggests, okay, there are some buyers picking up on the weekly. Is the weekly trend still bearish? Yes, it's still bearish. But if your intention is to buy low, okay, you're going to buy when it's bearish. Okay? Well, if your intention is to buy low, you have to buy when it's bearish. If your intention is to buy a breakout, if your intention is to buy momentum, you're not going to buy when it's bearish. Okay, so Pepsi went double bottom. Okay, off the support territory. Okay, and then now it's above that 143. So let's see if Pepsi can sustain a reversal on a weekly. So if you're looking for a trade, next week, Pepsi above that weekly upside breaker. Okay, if it has earnings, that's out the window. Above that upside breaker, that weekly upside breaker, this week's highs can be interesting. Okay. Okay, into 145 and eventually push into 150. What does that mean on the daily? Okay, on the daily, Pepsi, again, it's still in the downtrend. Okay, is Pepsi diverging? Do we have a divergence on Pepsi? We sure do. So equal lows, this is more of hidden divergence. Equal lows, lower lows on the daily. All right, let's go back to this chart. So now Pepsi above that weekly upside breaker. All right, stay above this gap up. There can be something cooking on Pepsi. And then eventually see if you can start to put some pressure on this most recent bearish channel. You notice how this bearish channel's resistance closely coincides, okay, with that weekly upside breaker. Okay, so it's coming into major resistance. See if they can break above that decisively. In the event, okay, there's two things here. In the event that it does do this and it rejects, all right, there can also be a reversal pattern that brews. So that one might take a little longer, but head and shoulder might also be brewing. Inverse head and shoulder. All right, so this level is major. If they want to break it next week, probably we need the support of the market. They can take it to the upside. Okay. We have room into that 50 MA, and of course that 150 is going to be appealing. If it fails, look for that right shoulder formation for another attempt at this resistance. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts. If Pepsi wants to go to 150, it needs to address this resistance. Okay, that's what's going to come down to. All right, it's not going to just teleport unless it's earnings based. It's not going to teleport above this resistance. And it needs to address the elephant in the room, which is this resistance. So we'll see it do it. Okay, so that's Pepsi. Right shoulder between 140, 135, 140, 130. If it does go inverse head and shoulder. But do keep a close eye on Pepsi. All right? Do keep a close eye on Pepsi. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, so a lot of brands, guys. A lot of you might not have known that. Pepsi dominates snacks. Okay, Pepsi completely dominates snacks. Okay, Miss Vicky's as well. All right, so do your due diligence. That's the technical breakdown. Now it's on your part to do your fundamental due diligence. All right, so if you're looking for leaps, pair with fundamentals. If you're looking for buy and hold, fundamentals are the main driver. Technicals become your entry point. If you're looking for just a trade, intraday trade, you don't need fundamentals. Fundamentals are out the door. Okay, you're just basing off the technicals, right? So it depends what the timeline is, what the time horizon is, and based on that, you can start to use the different skill sets. Earnings 7.9. Okay, we already baked in. That's true as well. Okay, guys. Any other questions? Okay. If not, we'll look to wrap it up here. Before we do wrap up, guys, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe. If you're looking to join our community, make sure to do so. Okay, there's multiple ways to join. Make sure to join the free tier. That's absolutely for free. You have access to the 24/7 stock market newsfeed. If you're looking to join the monthly, go with the monthly, of course. All the details are there. All the features, use the code TRIAL30. If you're looking to upgrade to yearly, guys, I do have a special available. A special available that's pinned in the chat. $3.99, you have access to the yearly. All right, that's good for 48 hours, okay? July 4th special. Once that time frame expires, it's back to this price here. And this itself is a steal. If you're in starter pack, again, if you're in the community, use the code. Reach out to me, I'll give you a code to save 10% off starter pack. That's a summer special. If you're looking for Shockwave, all right, keep in mind, if you do get the yearly, the special bundle, it comes with Shockwave 1.0 for 90 days. All right, so Shockwave 1.0 is not inferior to Shockwave 2.0. The logic is the same. Is that Shockwave 2.0 has more features. Has a journal feature, has a trade assist engine here. All right, has just a couple of upgrades, but the engines are relatively the same. All right, what drives the signal is the same. Okay, so again, make sure to do that. All the information is pinned. Use that code if you're interested. All right. I work for PepsiCo Canada. Okay, yeah, PepsiCo's the behemoth of a company, guys. Behemoth. At some point in time, one of us have. I think every American has spent money on a PepsiCo product. It's nearly impossible. Okay, it's nearly impossible for PepsiCo not to get your dollars. All right, guys. Any questions? The link is pinned in the chat. Folks on in the Google Meet, the link is also pinned there as well. Okay. And if you're looking for the code for a starter pack, reach out to me. I can put in the chat as well. No questions. We'll look to wrap it up here. As always, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you guys found value. Make sure to like the video on your way out. Make sure to subscribe. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a safe, long weekend. And God bless each one of you.
trading is by striker. Stay the course, stay the course. The fruit don't grow the day you plant the seed. Stay the course. The market can bless you, the market can humble you. Stay the course.
Green candles dancing, got the whole room alive. 3 wins in a row got me feeling like I can fly. But I've seen euphoria turn a blessing to a curse. When confidence outruns discipline, things get worse. Winning streaks whisper, you don't need the rules today. That's the same voice that slowly pulls the wise astray. The market don't care about the wins from last week. It rewards preparation after highs that we seek. Smart action trading. That's why strikers on the swarm, learning how to stay grounded when the days turn green. Because the danger ain't the losses everybody fears. Sometimes it's success that blind your eyes and cloud your ears. I used to chase results, now I focus on execution. Because consistency is built through process, not emotion. Every chart a classroom, every candle got a lesson. Every session starts reminding me to stay invested in progression.
Back to the process, back to the way, back to the habits that carry the day. Green days come, green days go. Wisdom decides what remains when they go. Back to the process, back to the plan. Forever a student, that's who I am.
I remember empty rooms and talking to myself, building brick by brick when nobody else helped. Now the numbers look better, the blessing got larger, but success can become an even tougher teacher. Because pride grows quietly, it don't knock at the door, but slips into winning streaks and starts asking for more. Proverbs on the desk, coffee by the screen, reminding me humility is stronger than it seems. The fool says,
I'm thinking it out.
I arrived. The wise man keeps learning, keeps the curiosity alive. Every loss paid tuition, every win paid rent. Both of them teachers, if you listen to what they meant. The crowd loves prediction. I respect preparation because tomorrow's opportunity belongs to dedication.
Back to the process, back to the way, back to the habits that carry the day. Green days come, green days go. Wisdom decides what remains when they go. Back to the process, back to the plan. Forever a student, that's who I am. Lord, if the blessings grow, don't let the roots go shallow. If the winds keep coming, keep my spirit walking narrow. If the doors swing open, keep my heart in place. Let gratitude grow deeper than the prophets that I chase. Because euphoria fades, but wisdom remains.
Character is revealed
When success starts to reign,
the ant stores grain before the winter arrives. Preparation keeps us.
vision alive.
Small steps repeated become stories we told. That's how ordinary days become silver and gold.
Some chase the spotlight,
Some chase applause.
I'm chasing consistency.
Honor under the cause.
Small action trading,
SBL starting standing strong.
teaching traders discipline long after trends are gone. The market will change,
The seasons will turn.
but every cycle leaves another lesson learned.
So when the green days come, I enjoy them with grace and show up tomorrow and return to my place. Ain't no room.
Back to the process, back to the way, back to the habits that carry the day. Green days come, green days go. Wisdom decides what remains when they go. Back to the process, back to the plan. Forever a student, that's who I am. Smart action trading,
My strikers,
take a course,
stay the course.
plant the seed,
My strikers,
trust the word,
stay the course.
ever learning, ever growing. Smart action trading,
Stay the course.
every striker, stay the course.
Stay the course.
They told us chase fast money, worship greed, panic with a crowd, you don't fit.
Distraction and emotional slavery,
But discipline,
patience,
wisdom, that's how you escape the systems.
smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live, chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move of salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See, the trust became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead. Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to great emotional, now my spirit's strong. Joshua rebuilding while they got it every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live train to fear. Walking full of idols, I just walk a vision kid. Planting seeds of silence, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept protecting my decisions. Now they set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know a builder while they left that hit. Scrapping look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. It's bigger than trading. It's about mastering yourself. Anybody can enter a trade. You can conquer emotion. Escape Babylon. The cycle. Move with wisdom. Build with faith. Smart action trading. For educational and inspirational purposes only. Trading involves substantial risk of loss. Not financial advice.
Not financial advice.
Matthew 25.
Parable of the talents.
Let's talk stewardship.
Have to cry a voice.
Well done, good and faithful servant.
Multiply what heaven entrusted.
Fear, bury the gift. Welcome Matthew 25. Red letters spoken. Kingdom parable. Hidden truth open. MasterCard service be for travel abroad. Place resources in their hands before departing far.
To one servant.
5 talents to build.
To another 2.
According to skills.
To another 1 talent.
Measure was assigned.
Each according to ability at the time.
First servant went and multiplied quick. Second did the same with discipline risk. The third got fearful, dug into the ground. Mary what was given, never moved around. See, the story ain't really only cash. It's stewardship, purpose, time, and craft. What you do with opportunities in hand defines the fruit produced from the plant.
Don't bury the talent in the dirt below.
Fear make people never
Truly grow.
market rise.
Market crash.
Still control your soul.
Stewardship and patience over chasing gold.
5 became 10.
2 became 4.
Faithful with little now.
I entrusted more.
But the servant ruled by fear stood still. Never multiplied the gift or the skill. Young trader staring at the future's low.
Future's low.
Thinking every green candle guaranteed dough. Loaded contracts, hit no risk plan set.
Flip through the whole account, chasing internet flex.
Then he had
Well done.
good and faithful servant.
Then it hit deeper than surface work.
This faithful ain't gambling, records with greed. Faithful means protecting and managing seed.
In trading.
There's a difference clear
Between wise execution and emotional fear.
one trader over
Every
trade.
move in sight.
Another waits patient for setup diet.
One risks everything.
Time double overnight.
Another grows slow.
With discipline tight.
That's the parable inside the chart.
Patience and stewardship set apart. piece. Real well built through consistency. Same the master came back after long delay. Nasty serving what they made. First said 5 became 10 through work. Seconds 2 became full through pressure. Master answered both the exact same grade. Well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over me. But the third said, I feed and hid what was mine. Never took responsibility with time. See, fear can't freeze potential still. Just like greed here over trade skill. Both extremes can lead to loss. Wisdom walks in or through every cross. In markets and like that principle stand. Be faithful with what's inside your hand. Not everybody called to flip overnight. Sometimes growth come little by little despite. Don't pay the gallon in the dirt below. Protect the seed and watch it grow. Train and test discipline deep in soul. From wisdom and patience sustain control. 5 became 10, 2 became 4. Faithful stewardship, open doors. Matthew 25 chapters still like Matthew 25. Lessons timeless, multiply wise. Matthew 25, 14, 30. Parable of the talents. Educational and inspirational purposes only. Trading involves substantial risk. Manage risk carefully. Protect your peace, your purpose, and your capital.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to love June. Thought every breakout was forever. Till the cycle taught me patience. Inspired by the market seasonality breakdown. I used to love June.
I met June back when the candles moved slow. Summer breeze blowing while the future stayed green glow. She wore red and green glasses, made her moving averages. Talking Fibonacci, whispered through the algorithm. Said,
Maybe that's a midterm.
you don't get caught sleeping. The market give it quick, then it take it every weekend. I laughed.
Young trader with a dream and a laptop.
Thought every breakout candle met the top pop.
Back then, AI was the new gold rush.
Every tickle brand and every dip I bought up.
NBDA,
In the heavens,
that's spike, it's an odds.
everybody on the timeline yelling.
Bye, bye, bye.
June looked nervous when the yields went higher. News anchor screaming while the bulls breathe fire. She
Told me,
the starboard lit is where momentum bends.
summer stars free.
But it don't always trend.
I ain't listen.
I was chasing as it moved on the 1 minute chart. Revenge trading losses with emotion in my heart. Thought discipline was something old head say online. Till liquidity swept me like through times at 9.
I used to love June.
Thought the market only moved one way. Green candles in the sky all day. Till the cycle came and took my peace away.
I used to love young.
Midterm winds started changing tone. Now the chart feel colder than before. But the smart money already knows. Then she showed me history written in the tape. Every 4 years the market changes shape. Year 1 shaky.
Year 2 full of stress.
Year 3 the blessing.
Year 4 excess.
Said watch the pattern.
Jump.
Slump then pump. Q1 got the traders acting drunk. Summer come around and the volume dry up. False breakouts heavy, their accounts died up. She pointed at October like a prophet in the rain. Said the strong survive, draw down pain.
Cause the election cycle got a rhythm of its own. Wall Street dancing while the weekend's gone.
I started seeing things different.
Stop treating,
Trading like a lottery ticket.
started respecting levels, waiting for reclaim.
Understanding every chart don't deserve a trade.
Now I watch spread,
Not just hype online. Watch bonds and volatility
with the dollar signs. Cause even in bullish times, the market breathes.
and every parabolic move eventually needs release. Split the trend.
But don't worship the candle.
Summer got traps in designer clothes.
Patience pays more than prediction.
Yeah, you call me on the future's open like you'll finally learn how to be set up golden. I told her, now I wait for confirmation. Less dopamine, more preparation. The young bull still screaming new highs forever, but I remember 2022 pressure. How fast euphoria can turn to fear.
How one headline can change the whole year.
Still, I ain't very just wider now. Learn the market humbles every crown, and it
if the summer pulls back with fear in the air, that might be the blessing for the ones prepared. Cause year 3 here started where the money expands. Comes to Action Valley like a promised land. So if June get ugly, I won't panic at all. Sometimes a setback just setting up to fall. Now I respect that. This cycle always talking. Most traders just too loud to hear.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen, thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
Made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne.
Ooh, yeah.
Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in.
Watch the tide roll in.
Learning every earthly
Every king.
kingdom has an end.
Come has an end.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep.
I couldn't see the light.
Couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
Oh, but every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child,
Keep walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own. Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market
Start
starts
to sway.
through the highs and lows.
Through the joy and pain.
The cross still stands when
Everything goes fake.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone.
Every man.
There fear inside my chest.
So bold.
Questions without answers.
Texas.
Battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch.
But Psalm 23.
Kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chapters into testimony and light.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the
Market's about to sway.
through the highs and lows.
Through the joy and pain.
The call still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running.
If you're carrying change,
If you're searching for purpose.
in success or in fame,
The good news is simple.
the debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later.
The stone rolled away.
Death lost its victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes.
Whoever will come
Will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is dead. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take.
but eternity rests.
On a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain.
The King who will reign
The Alpha and Omega.
forever the star.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley.
You are with me.
Shadows surround me.
You are with me.
Through the valley.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah. Smart action on the boards tonight. SPY strikers in the building. We're gonna take it back to the roots. Options 101, but make it rhythm.
Option scenario. Option scenario. Learn the game before the candle stereo. Pause and puts, spreads and barriers. Freaks in the shadows trying to marry up. Option scenario.
Option scenario.
Premium burn can embarrass you.
Trade with a plan, don't gamble, warrior.
Price action first before hysteria.
Yeah. Monday morning market look alike.
Young trader Joe trying to learn how to survive.
Open his app, seen green and red flicker.
Hard options meant getting rich quicker.
OG stepped in like, slow down, son.
This ain't lottery tickets.
It's just not luck.
He said a call means you're bullish on price.
You think stock going up?
Then call Sound Eye.
Buy one contract.
That's 100 shares.
But theta eat alive if you
Unprepared.
Joe said.
So bit thinks price gon' fall.
OG nodded slowly like
Yeah, that's all.
calls for the upside.
Good for the drop.
But timing and volatility.
Control the clock.
Hey.
Option scenario.
Option scenario.
Option scenario.
Option scenario.
IV spikes can terrify ya.
One bad trade.
Can simplify ya.
Discipline the only thing qualify ya.
Then the room got smoky. Jazz got low. Charts on the screen started moving slow. OG drew symbols on a legal pad. Said these freaks turn good. Trades bad.
That'll tell how fast.
Option move.
Near 1.0.
Then limit stop move. That's time, decay pressure. Every single day your premium get lesser.
Vega.
Volatility emotion when earnings hit premium. Deep as ocean. Gamma.
Acceleration force.
Price move hard.
Delta shift course.
Show looks just like this complex.
OG lab.
That's why risk come next.
Slow down brethren.
No chase every move.
Market makers testing.
If you really smooth,
One can the rise.
that's another one fade.
Protect your capital before another trade. Risk management.
Protect your soul.
Small position sizing.
Keep your spirit whole.
Cause revenge.
Trading.
Take control.
Big margin call.
There.
Come collect the toll.
Yeah, now Tuesday hit and the market got wild.
Joe came back more disciplined style.
OG said single leg,
Cool some fun.
but spreads help survive.
Rough climbing. Quit a spread collect. Premium first.
But the fine prints keep account from curse.
Deb expect call money up front. But cheaper than naked contracts, huh?
Buying condo,
If market goes sideways.
strangle or straddle on
It's supposed to Friday.
cover calls, my long-term holder.
Cash secured puts for patience soldier.
Don't started seeing the structure clearer. Stop acting emotional.
Track got nearer.
Meanwhile, Pell,
While Ian make wrong.
he finally learned.
Why beginners get lost.
Yeah.
Option scenario.
Option scenario.
Option scenario.
Option scenario.
Candlesticks become your oracle.
Support resistance historical. Every setup.
Ain't honorable.
Option scenario.
Option scenario.
Option scenario.
Trade journal look like memorial.
Till you build a system audible, then consistency becomes
Territorial. Now Friday glow. Market bells ring. Joe ain't rich, but learned everything. OG smile line. That's the first win. Most blow accounts before they begin.
understand probability.
And flow.
Don't overly
Just because it glow.
wait for confirmation.
Not anticipation.
Patience be
Impulsive speculation.
technicals matter.
Volume trend.
Once psychology decide,
The end.
Joe Pat Charles
Tenders backpack slow.
finally understood the game.
Ain't YOLO.
It's discipline.
Risk, process, execution.
That's the real option.
Scenario. Best spot strikers.
Smart option trading.
Learn the foundation before the fireworks. Trade safe. Trade smart. Dominate the charts.
End of the week now. Market's still breathing. Agree to take your whole account if you let it. Friday ain't the day to prove something. It's the day to protect something. Ramp down Friday, keep the wrist tight. Small size, clean mind, live to trade life. Only one bad play, take the whole week. Slow feet, calm breath, discipline speak. Ramp down Friday, mark and move slick. One bad candle, make a grown man quit. Take the base hit, don't chase that high. Pay yourself first when the week run dry. Seen traders up green by Thursday night, then revenge trade Friday. Now they count on the ice. A whole week solid, then emotion took real. Now they forcing every setup that don't even look real. Market got rhythm, gotta move at the pace. Friday got traps hitting all over the place. Low volume fake ups, lunchtime drift. One headline drop and your whole trade shifts. So breathe when you enter. Patience you enter. Don't need templates just to feel like a winner. Sometimes the best trade, really no trade. Close the laptop, protect what you made. Cause the market gon' open again Monday morning. No need for heroics when the candle's still forming. You already won if you stay disciplined. Consistency worth more than adrenaline. Ramp down Friday, keep the wrist tight. Small size clean mind, lift the trade light. Don't let one bad play take the whole week. Slow feet, calm breath, discipline speak. Ramp down Friday, market boot slick. One bad candle, make a grown man quit. Take the base hit, don't chase that high. Pay yourself first when the week run dry. Everybody wanna screenshot profits. Nobody posts when they overtrade losses. Ego in the market get humble real fast. Especially Friday when momentum don't last. So cut the size down maybe half the day. Protect the mental, let the pressure fade. Cause overconfidence dangerous too. Especially after a strong week carry you. Green week cool, never serve the game. Don't agree, turn sunshine into rain. This game marathon, out of quick limit. Survival first before championship. Trade lighter, think sharper, move wiser, not harder. The sniper don't spray every candle he see. He wait for alignment in her probability. So if the setup weak, let it breathe. No FOMO entries off social feeds. Cause peace hit different when the weekend clean. No stress on your chest when the profits redeem. Yeah, some of the best traders know when to slow down. Friday ain't about getting rich. It's about staying rich mentally. Protecting your edge, protecting your peace. Yeah. Ramp down Friday, keep the wrist tight. Small size clean line, live the trade life. Don't let one bad play, pick the whole week. Slow feet, calm breath, discipline speak. Ramp down Friday, market boot slick. One bad candle, make a young man quit. Take the base hit, don't chase that high. Play yourself first when the week run dry. Trade safe, trade smart. Trade safe, trade smart, trade smart. Mama used to ask me why I stayed up so late. Staring at them candles like they choosing my fate. Laptop light glowing all across the room. Trying to make a way before the rent come due. Had dreams bigger than the town I was in. But pressure make it hard just to trust within. Everybody see the wins on the green days. Nobody see the tears on the red days. Nobody see the losses I was hiding inside. All the nights I questioned God in my whole life. Would've quit 100 times if it wasn't for faith. Cause David had valleys before giants got slayed. It ain't in front of how the strongest look calm. Even while it carrying the weight through the storm. Used to think success was catching every big move. Now I know survival just mean knowing when to lose. On the red days, I still pray. God kept me through the heartbreak. Walk valley, fall giant. Still standing even through the silence. And one day we gon' smile at all this pain. A special miracle from the rain. Yeah, grandma said, boy, don't let money control you. Kept the matter more when the world don't know
got flame. See the market teach lessons like scripture do. Pride come quick when the winds get huge. And one bad week make you question your gift. Like Peter in the water when his cloak gets slipped. Friends stop calling cause they didn't understand. Why I sat alone in charts and trading plans. But every dream requires sacrifice and pain. Even Joseph had presents before the rain. Now I see allowances wasn't really losses. God was building wisdom through every process. Had to learn patience, had to slow down. Had to lose myself before I got found. Through the valley, I learned who I was. Not every closed door mean failure. On the red day, sometimes God protecting you. Sometimes the loss ain't punishment. Sometimes it's preparation. On the red days, I still believe even one your market took from me. 'Cause giants still fall when faith's stronger than it all. And someday we gon' tell the story proud. How God pulled us from the valleys out. Hold on, you're too close. Don't quit now. Don't quit now. Hold on. You're too close. No. Don't quit now. Don't quit now. Yeah. 5:30 in the morning. Drives blowing, coffee cold. Another trader chasing the market. No structure, no discipline. Just emotion. Until everything changed. Yeah. Shockwave 15 changed the way I see the charts. From chaos to structure every morning when it starts. One system, 1 hour, now the pressure comes. Used to taste candles, now I wait till price confirmed. No more gambling at the open. Shockwave 15 emotion. Master trading the open, now my mindset different. Used to trade with emotion, now my execution scripted. Used to wake up anxious, forcing every move. Twitter saying break out, so I drunk with no proof. Green 1 minute, read the next candle. Account swinging wild, couldn't handle the gamble. Fake breakout, stop run, flush down. SPY with both sides, now I'm emotionally shut down. Revenge trading lunchtime, trying to make it back. Oversized positions, turn my focus black. Every morning, same pain, same cycle. No rules, just dopamine and survival. Watching other traders post profits online. Meanwhile, my confidence dying inside. Market open, sounding like war in my head. Hard racing every candle, turning red. 4 more inches off a 5-second move. No patience, just hoping the market approve. Then chop hit, and the profits disappear. All week drink, then Friday bring fear. Couldn't trust myself. Every click was emotion. No consistency, just random commotion. Slow down. Wait for confirmation. Patience brings clarity. And retry 1. Then I found structure inside the chaos. Shockwave 15 gave the market a language. Or be highs, or be lows. Suddenly the drop started speaking in code. 9:45, opening range lock. No more random entries, chasing every pop. Midpoint clean with the borderline snap. Now I know exactly what price react to. Roll confirmation, keep emotions out. And be test what conviction about. Trade assistance, you guiding every move. Now the system filter what setups approved. Dashboard glowing gold, over that black. Market sing sure when momentum intact. Gets me why QQQ hits a lot. Now I'm trading with context, not a gambling mind. TP1, TP2, wonders breathe. Risk management, finally KBP. Smaller size, but the consistency grew. Cause discipline pay more than lucky move. Shockwave 15 changed the way I see the chart. From chaos to structure every morning when it starts. 1 system, 1 hour. Now the pressure gone. Used to chase candle, now I wait till price confirm. No more gambling at the old. Now the levels speak clear. Shockwave 15 in motion. Confusion into gear. Master changing the old. Now my mindset different. Used to trade with emotion, now my execution scripted. Now the market open calm when I sit down. Don't need force trades. Must have been involved out. I wait for alignment. Patience my head. 1 clean set of worth more than 10 revenge. Used to think more trades. Spend more success. Now I know protecting. Capital was best. Straight glider. Think clear. Move smarter. Consistency, the real flex for a trader. No chasing breakouts. Now I let confirmation do the job. Price above EVA with momentum clean. Now the market feels slower if you know what I mean. 1 system. Repeat it every day. Mastery came when I stopped taking pain. No more hopping indicator every week. Had the edge pressure built from discipline
And repeat.
Shockwave 15
Gave clarity to me.
turn the charts from noise
And the probability.
and the piece hit different.
Green, gold, green.
Now my wrist was mine and
Through the whole thing.
yeah,
Anybody can catch one lucky trade.
by consistency
Consistency built different.
that come from
Structure.
that come from
Patient.
that come from
Surviving.
Shockwave 15
That's the trade in the open.
Shockwave 15
Change the way I read a sign.
Shockwave 15
Turn the future into gear.
Master trading the open
One system, 1 hour a day. Trade safe, trade smart, and let discipline lead the way.
Tinker babe sound softly
Government discipline.
Breakers over greed
Structure creates freedom.
Market close bell rings yeah. Smart action trading. Spot traders. We ain't chasing hype. We chasing structure. Look.
I came from the bottom where the charts move reckless. Everybody online selling dreams, no direction. I was studying candles while they flexing their possessions. Now the whole team eating off discipline progression. See, the market don't care about emotion or your ego. One bad trade turn a winner to a zero. That's why I move calm, real surgical with the reload. Waiting on the setup, patience sharper than the needle. None of me, yeah, the pressure start building. Everybody over trading, I'm just watching how they feeling. Shockwave on the chart and the moment start revealing how the levels line up and the confidence appeal. I used to chase every move, now I'm focused on precision. Cut the noise out the room, made destruction my religion. Took losses on the chin, turned pain into tuition. Now the whole playbook different when you trade with a vision. Structure over noise, yeah, we moving with a plan. Real traders build slow, we ain't rushing for the bands. Let's spot strikers in the building, put the discipline in hand. Smart action trading, yeah, we teach them how to stand. Structure over noise, we don't care but we prepare. Every boss another lesson, every win come from awareness. That's the motto every day. Consistency the mission. We just level up the play. See, I done seen the fake gurus come and go quick. Screenshots look good, but the lifestyle don't fit. We was in the trenches, really building through the losses. Learning risk management before I ever taught profits. Now it's live streams, game plans, market breakdowns. Everybody's locked in. Why don't we can't stake now? AI tools, flow data, levels mapped out. Trade assist engine got the whole team spaced out. Ever needed man bows just to prove I got results. I learned to teach a trader how to never self-destruct. Cause one good system with discipline enough can change your whole life when the pressure gets tough. That's why the movement bigger than a Discord or a trade. It's a mindset shift. Watch the confidence get raised from beginner to advance. Every lesson get engraved. Repeat, refine. That's the way greatness made. Structure over noise. Yeah, we mean for with a plan. Real traders build slow. We ain't rushing for the band. Structure over noise, yeah, we moving with a plan. Real traders build slow, they ain't rushing for the band. Spot strikers in the building, put the discipline in hand. Smart action trading, yeah, we teach them how to stand. Structure over noise, ni un tiempo y tu pe. Every loss another lesson, every day come from awareness. Structure over noise, that's the motto of everything. Consistency the mission, we just level up the place, yeah. Forex trading, Shockwave 15. Let's buy strikers. Trade safe. Trade smart. And dominate.
Yeah. Smart action trading. SPY strategies. I've been in the charts long enough to know. Most traders don't lose from the market, they lose from themselves. Listen close. Yo. Devil trade the car. Number one, never risk more than you can survive. Cause blown accounts kill dreams before the vision arrive. Proverbs said the wise store oil for harder days. So I size my position just to preserve the play. These are trade commandments. Structure over emotion. Discipline and patience. Keep the account in motion. These are trade commandments. Pressure reveal your flaws. Market humble every
after momentum extended. That's emotional entry in sky, this confidence blended. Wait for support, confirmation, structure to align. Cause impulsive decisions destroy portfolios over time.
These are trade commandments. Structure over emotion. Discipline and patience. Keep the account in motion. These are trade commandments. Track and reveal your laws. Mark and humble everybody that don't respect the laws. Hey.
Always use the stop loss, pride don't belong in trading. Ego hold losers while discipline stay patient. Proverbs say power before destruction every season. That's why I cut losses fast before emotional bleeding.
These are trade commandments.
Hey.
Never trade, need direction. Entry, target, invalidation before execution.
A trader without structure, like a ship with no sail, lost in volatility every time the market prevail.
Motion, money close, farmers and able. See Greek like judgment make the spirit unstable.
Everybody want profit, but they know what they able. More profit a man gain of discipline disappear.
One emotional trade.
Can erase a whole year.
These are trade commandments. Structure over emotion. Discipline and patience. Keep the account in motion. These are trade commandments. Pressure reveal your flaws. Market humble like your body, they don't respect the laws. Hey.
Candlesticks speak if you're patient enough to listen. Long weak rejection tell you where momentum shifted. Support and resistance like the borders of war. Learn the language of the market before asking for more.
More trades don't mean more money.
That's illusion talk. Sometimes best position simply on and not to force. Ecclesiastes said there's a time for everything. Sometimes sit on your hands while the market do a thing.
Track every introit, combos, reason and mistake. Crack every introit, combos, reason and mistake.
The self-awareness, separate the wheat from the grape. With you the loss is deeper than the profit you made. That's our consistency, slowly get built every day.
Motion,
Whoa.
these are shared commandments. Structure over emotion. Discipline and notions. Keep the account in motion.
Fear and greed battle every trader alive. That's the sinful nature, trying to control your mind. Had to crucify revenge, trading deep inside. Cause emotional warfare make disciplined traders die.
These are trade commandments. Built from losses and scars. Discipline structure. Make the strongest of stars. These are trade commandments.
Read the candles and prayers.
Smart action trading help you navigate the way.
Structure over and all.
That's the code every day.
Trade safe, trade smart, and dominate the play.
Never play the car.
Yeah. Yeah. Some days the market humble you. Some days it tests your spirit. The pressure reveals character. Though I walk through the valley, I got my hands through the storm now. Early morning, charts glowing in the dark room.
Candles flicker like lightning before monsoon.
Heart racing, futures jumping at the bell.
One bad trick can make a strong man fail.
Used to chase every breakout I could see. Greed had chains and them chains had me. Overtrading, revenging my soul.
Till the market took everything I stole.
Now I move with patience and discipline. Ever lost taught lessons from within. David in the valley with the sling and stone. No armor wrong, but he still stood strong.
Everybody
Laughing when your account's small. Same way Goliath up to David, y'all. But faith don't move by what eyes can't see.
one clean setup can change history.
Through the valleys I walk,
Pressure tests my soul.
learn risk management.
Before I touch the goal,
Every candle tell a story.
every scar became a lesson.
God was building patience.
Through every season,
Walk through the valley, I feel no red days. I got my hands when the market's sideways.
giants fall when the mind be a main line like a shepherd's staff. He walk cold in while the beacons crash.
Support and resistance like
Rolling, roll,
every gray cow clean well.
volume grow.
5 school stones is my trading plan.
Risk calculate.
Before I take a stand,
That's one thing David understood from the start.
biggest that'll always happen in the heart.
Where it goes.
Bosses come, but don't lose yourself.
Every test build endurance.
Every valley builds strength.
No fear,
No revenge trading.
no greed,
Just faith,
patience.
discipline.
Walk through the valley storms all around. Still hear peasant in the market sound. Every setback make the spirit strong. God been training me all along. Oh, giants fall when the faith don't shake. Pressure will reveal what the soul gon' make.
From the valley
To the mountaintop,
true traders learn when to stop.
stand firm.
Protect the capital,
Protect the spirit,
cause every trader fight giants.
but not every traitor.
Trust God through the valley.
Fade out with quiet chanting.
Walk through the valley.
Fear no evil.
Giants fall.